We are back with Terra Nullius, and I don't know about you guys, but this is going to get real intense here up in a second. So
We're going to die.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Certainly not me.
I'm glad I like Adeline as a character, too.
Yeah. So we come back to reality.
There goes gravity.
We see that Raya has been, over Sinum's body, comatose corpse, whatever. And the instant that she kind of like stumbles away from it as she, holding the orb and touching his shoulder, he seizes up. He goes like, does the thing where like your spine like stretches, and he just like goes like this, and like he screams at the top of his lungs. Is there anything anyone does in that instant before something happens?
I command the arcane. What are these called? So I can just call them what they are.
The actual like stat block for them are spined devils.
Okay, so they're arcane beasts. I'll just call them arcane beasts.
Okay.
I'm gonna command the arcane beasts like, I need you over here.
Okay. Yeah. So they start kind of like flying over.
As he's screaming, I just kind of like am standing up and being like, kill him. We need to kill him.
Wait,
Okay.
What?
Okay. 2 questions.
Like,
one,
panicky.
do I have time to move?
You know what? Let's just do this.
I'll probably back up too.
Have everybody
initiative?
roll initiative, right? Because that's what this is. It's who gets to act first, sort of a thing.
Also, I would
Like-
on the hood.
We get sort of a surprise round on him.
Oh, guys, look! I rolled one better than the last one.
So basically, what this is whether or not you guys will get to act before.
Would he have a surprise round on me though? Because I know it's going on.
No, so this isn't a surprise round. This is
Okay.
literally just
How long it takes for him to transform?
how long. Yeah,
Okay.
whether or not there's a transformation that happens first, or if you guys get to act first. So Toity, that will determine whether or not you get to command that.
Well, you know what I want to do? I want to do that and back the frick up.
Yeah, I bet. Okay. Do.
Why are you singing the wedding march?
I really don't know at all.
Like, of all the songs to be singing when we're about to get attacked by some thing.
Because we're about to be married to our doom.
Boy.
We're about to be wed with death.
Yep.
I mean, I think this kind of just plays into the fact that Caleb just loves suffering that much.
Yeah, I want to marry it. I want to marry suffering. Okay.
You're gonna love the new Disciple album, Caleb.
I need to listen to them again.
Like their new album has a song on it called Misery.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
And
perfect.
the
Feed it
like
into
the
my
last
soul.
line in the chorus is "I'm in love with misery."
I'm into it.
Great. It's so good, but it's so dark. It's like the kind of dark that Disciple hasn't done yet. And I'm like, whoa, this is gonna be good.
Okay. So, Huracan goes first. So this is like,
I'm confused. You just rolled an initiative for 6.16, but it's not on here. It's not in the turn order.
it's because there's secret.
Everybody but Darius gets to go first.
So,
do
so
the-
question
That's
is,
so surprising.
question
Do
is,
the arcane beasts go on my turn?
yeah, they can just go on your turn now.
Okay.
So the question is this initiative happening right after Raya says a thing, or is this right after Raya stumbles back from Sinum? Because if this is right after Raya has just yelled, yeah, I feel like this has to be right after you stumble back. Because all of this, yeah. So Huracan, right, sees you stumble back, but doesn't like know what to do. So he's gonna, I guess he can ready an action to attack a hostile creature in range. So he might be able to attack Sinum if you give that order. Ari?
I'm not on the turn order. I don't know why, but I don't see me.
Yeah, you aren't. What did you roll?
That's weird.
Oh, I might have cleared it right when you
Oh.
did it on accident. So yeah, you got a 10?
10.18.
10.18. I will add you to the turn order. Ari, what do you want to do? So this is
I mean, can
Raya
I
just
do
stumbled
the same
back.
thing as
Same thing, yeah.
Huracan?
Yeah.
Like, prepare
that makes
my action.
sense. Okay, let me put Toity where he's supposed to be.
Since it's technically like my turn, like I can have Buck move, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want Buck to like move out of the way.
Okay. Sounds good. Miggy does something similar, I guess. He readies his bow. Attack a hostile creature within range. Akna does the same. Raya, do you give the order?
I'm just trying to decide if I'm gonna blow a big spell to just try and kill him quickly. I probably should go ahead and get a lot of damage on him. Or when he transforms, is he just gonna be totally restored? I don't know.
He
wait,
warned
just-
you that he's gonna try to kill you. I mean, I don't think he would lie about that.
Yeah, I did insight, and I know he's trying to kill me.
Yeah, I'd say prepare an action, probably. If you think Raya would, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean-
You could not like immediately kill him and just ready some sort of spell.
Yeah,
to, like...
but if I ready a spell and then don't use it, I still waste the spell slot.
True.
Which is the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna stumble away and say to kill him.
Okay.
I'm just deciding what my actual
Everyone
action is.
attacks then. So everyone who's at ready at actions. So they just I mean unless you hesitate, right? Like because obviously you can hesitate if she says kill him, right? That's a thing that maybe is a little shocking. Huracan definitely doesn't hesitate, so he makes his attacks. And I believe what this means is if because it's a prone target that's like paralyzed or whatever, right? It means if he hits,
it's an automatic.
Yeah, isn't it not that it does? Oh, he does have advantage because he's prone. You're right. And then if he hits, it's an automatic critical. That's what that says.
That sounds right. Let me.
Yeah, you want to check that?
Right here.
If he's paralyzed, also he's paralyzed.
No, I didn't mean that paralyzed as like an actual condition, just more like prone and like.
Oh, I mean, actual
dead.
paralyzed condition is any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Yeah, he's not paralyzed. He's not actually paralyzed. That's not what I meant.
So, I mean, I don't know what you would then consider.
Yeah, let's just consider it prone. Let's just consider it prone. I think.
Because I was going to say, if he's like unconscious, then it would be and like making death saves.
Yeah.
then
Let's
he
just.
would-
So that's actually not what's happening. So he's just prone. So
Okay.
we'll have all of these are our advantage. So he hits all of them. So he does a bit of damage.
I'll go ahead and make my 2 machete attacks. 15 and 20.
Okay. So Sinum has some damage resistance going on here.
Great.
Okay. So, I'm gonna divvy this up. So, you hit with the first machete. So let me do this. Okay, so
At least a 16 AC.
okay. And who else? Miggy. Would Miggy just randomly shoot this guy? I feel like he would.
It's
Take a
not
big
his.
save.
Yeah.
Well, he prepared an action.
Oh, yeah. Just kidding.
So I want to make a wisdom save for him. See if he does. Nope. He fails in the moment, and he decides not to shoot because he's ready for like something to jump out and like or some sort of magical effect to go off, but Raya literally just says, kill him. And he's like, no, that's our companion. And so Mickey's like readying with this bow, and then he just like puts it down, like looks shocked. Akna, I believe, had a turn though before. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Akna would do the same thing. She wouldn't even make a save. She would not shoot Zenoom offhand. So that doesn't happen. Raya, do you do anything after you say that?
Question. So I know if the creature's like prone, if you make ranged attacks, it's at disadvantage. But since I'm right next to him, would it be at disadvantage still?
Let's say it's a straight roll.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt
Okay.
at.
Yeah, so there's definitely a way. There's definitely a chance that you can stop. You can head off this transformation if you manage to kill him in time.
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at. I'm gonna use a big daddy spell. I'm gonna do it at 5th level. I'm just
All
gonna
right.
try.
Damn.
22.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
I already said it was at 5th level, so there
Mm-hmm.
we go. Come on, good rolls.
Oh, gosh, that's a lot of damage.
33.
33. He's not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
And then trying to see if there's anything I can do as a bonus action. I don't think so, because I think Healing Word is my only bonus action that I have. Yeah. That's
Okay.
all.
Cool. Toity, it's your turn.
But now I feel like everybody can see that I'm serious, that we're really supposed to kill him.
I assume I have to. It
And
takes-
the next attack is with advantage no matter like where your attack, like because of Guiding Bolt. So
Mm-hmm.
I assume that.
Seth, also check your messages real quick.
I assume that with. Wait. Okay. Now I'm gonna say. I'm gonna check something real quick.
I wonder if you're checking your messages that Caleb just told you.
What? What?
You maybe don't know what he means by that, but maybe you can
I
guess.
don't. But I don't like it.
Oh my gosh.
He will not delay. Good, nobody got that joke.
Yeah, you can certainly, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
This is awful.
I'm gonna. I'm rescinding back my response.
Okay.
Frick.
That's
No.
your response, Frick. We need more than Frick right now, Seth. We need his cousin, Frack.
Frickin' Brecken.
Not that is my response.
Frickin'. That's dangerous. I should stop right there.
The look on your face, Seth.
Oh my god. I don't like what's happening at all.
Mm-hmm.
Care to share?
No. Okay. Or you go cast the cloud of daggers on top of him.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure what's happening and I don't like it.
Okay.
Do I still get the bonus for this?
No.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Oh man, we're all wondering what's going on. We have no clue. Oh.
All right.
What a secret.
You guys have no idea.
I got a secret formula.
Okay. Sounds good. So you drop a cloud of daggers on him.
Mm-hmm. And I back up a little bit.
Sure. Darius,
I
you wanna
was
make Darius,
trying to make it like Mickey. Like I see him lowering his bow.
right. Darius, you want to make a perception check for me real quick? There's something you might be able to notice. Or wait, maybe not. Yes, you would be able to. Okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
Darius, the for once perceptive one. I'd like to point out that I have a 1 to that, a plus 1.
Yeah, that's luck. So you start to see the spine devils over here, the little arcane creations, start to like come apart. They start to just like the bones just like aren't in sequence anymore, and they just kind of like it starts slowly becoming like a cloud of bones instead of just actual individual creatures.
Darius just like stares at it for a second. Toity!
Yeah.
Your little friends are getting edgy.
I'm aware! Something's happening! I don't know what's happening! Oh, frick. I hope I don't know what's happening. You're mean, Caleb.
I know I am. Cool. So it's Toheel's turn. Let's see, what does he do? He's definitely freaking out about now.
Well, he knows something very wrong.
I was about to say he should not be like
hesitating. He's like,
yeah.
No,
He
he's
should
not
know.
hesitating. That's not what I meant.
He's
He's
just freaked
freaking
out.
out. So what he does, because he was like standing actually like probably over here at this point, because he was like checking Sinum's pulse and all that stuff. He puts a hand into his satchel, and you hear like some sort of like sliding. He pulls out. He has like a gauntlet of clay, and he just like punches Sunum in the face like several times with some sort of like servo enhanced strike.
oh my gosh.
And he's wide eyed, just like terrified.
No.
And he's just like crying, like not crying. He's like screaming, like no, this is bad.
No.
So he gets to make a few attacks here.
You don't say.
You? Wow. Zunum is not the one I wanted to die.
I know, right? Yeah.
Why is
It's
it that
really
every
my
NPC we
fault.
come into
Let's be-
contact dies?
So what he
Let's be
actually, I think he
honest.
does, is he takes one of the poison vials first, and has it in the fist of the gauntlet, and so when he punches the first time, it breaks on his face.
That's pretty metal.
Yeah, it really
It
is.
is. Like,
Sorry, what were
I
you
get
saying,
that
Jordan?
from
Before
the-
I
Oh my
cut you off.
Servo enhanced.
oh, I was gonna
strike.
say it's still possible that Sunum
Or
kills
sorry, that one.
Toheil.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. Yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah. I keep forgetting he has to make a save. Okay. Okay, so half of this. So he's not dead. Somehow.
Not dead yet.
Unfortunately, it's not enough time.
No freaking Miggy and Anna.
Yep. So, just to say,
Me below my 5th level spell.
he had 22 hit points left. If you had
So wait, he gets a turn before me.
no, yeah. So sorry. There's a secret initiative that is on the thing that you can't see.
Not so secret from Alyssa.
Yeah.
I'm like,
The actual roll itself wasn't secret for some reason, but yeah. So he had 22 hit points left. If you had managed to kill him, there probably would have still been a thing that happened, but it nowhere near as serious as what's going to happen.
Excellent.
What happens is, so the bunch of spine devils in the other room come apart, and they start forming into other things. the bones of the scattered devils that you had defeated in this room start coalescing into something else. There's other bones that are just like kind of strewn about in the cistern that start coming up out of the water, and it forms. Some of it goes into Sinum and starts to like stab him a bunch of times, and then coalesce around him like armor, but it's all like stabbing into his flesh, like some sort of weird bone armor. And when the transformation ends, about 6 seconds later, he looks like this.
Oh God.
Ah. Excellent.
It's so cute. Can I keep it, Vegeta?
And so Sinum just like rises up now on his like haunches, and with his like weird bone face, just like screams. The other what's it called? Bones that don't go to him become their own versions of these things.
Ah, yes, lovely.
And you're now surrounded by a whole bunch of creepy monsters.
Great, great.
But that was their turn. They had a transformation, and that's what they did on their turn. Darius?
I just really want to like glare at Miggy to be like, you let this happen.
Oh yeah, no, Miggy and Okta are gonna be torn up about this. Yeah.
He has not proved himself to the party.
Oh no, exactly, and that's why I made that roll, right? Yeah. So Darius, you see that happen?
So does this bone thing like it moves over? It's over there now, not like in the middle here. Like, do we get pushed back? Like, because I'm assuming the transformation would have happened where he is.
Yeah. Let's think about this for a second.
Like, do some people just like get
I think
pushed
these
back
things
a little
can
bit?
fly. Yeah, so let's just say he's above you guys,
Okay.
where Sinum's body was.
Great.
Like hands on the like top of the wall, like wall and ceiling, like looking down at you, basically. Yeah. So Darius, this is terrifying. What do you do?
I keep forgetting to message you about this thing, but
You should check your messages, Caleb. We're gonna have to wait for 3 weeks after this. Oh my gosh!
I'm still gonna flip on the hood.
Frick.
This is tearing me apart inside right now, Seth.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no, what we gonna do? Seth is gonna kill, or Caleb's gonna kill us. Seth knows what he's. I don't know. I'm gonna kill something. No,
You can. What do you want to do?
Can I though? Is the real.
You can try. I'm sorry.
You can certainly try.
Thank you, Matt Mercer.
You got it, buddy.
Oh, pain. I have this thing in my head I keep forgetting to tell you about that I wanted to do, but I might have told you.
Me trying to tell people about Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes. What we really need is just a bigger party. No, I'm kidding. We already have a bigger party. We already have a bigger party. We're still gonna die. Yeah, I put on the hood and I use the fear. The power of fear.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. What's the save?
DC 15 Wisdom.
Ooh, 3 failed.
Yeah, 3 failed. So the ones in the cistern.
The ones in the cistern failed. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Or more? I can only see 2.
Yeah, there's 3
Hold
more in the
on.
cistern.
Hold on,
Great.
hold on, Caleb. It only... On here it says it's only 30 feet. Unless you want to say it's 60 feet.
Oh, no, it is 30 feet. Yeah, you're right. So it only goes to the 4. So not this one.
That bad internet. Hey, I'm back with bad
Yeah,
internet.
so 2 of them failed, which is
The 2 in the cistern?
the two closest to you in the cistern.
Okay.
The one furthest away in the cistern succeeds because it didn't have to make a save.
Okay, good. And that was an action, right? Yep. Okay. And then I'm just going to cast that on myself. Do I just... Is there a way to do temporary AC?
Oh, no, but I guess just remember.
Just in your brain.
Okay, I'll just leave it and then remember that I have to for.
So you cast Shield of Faith. What does that look like? Have you done this before?
Yeah, I did it once.
Okay, yeah. What does it look like?
So before, I like pointed, and it was at the guy that we killed.
Oh, right. You're talking about Kabeel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Kabeel? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was Kabeel that I did it to. So yeah, so before I like pointed, I think this time Darius just kind of like he like just takes both of his arms and just kind of bursts them out. And then there's this like this sort of glimmering grayish aura
Cool.
that's like all around his person.
Protection of death. All right, cool. Yeah, what do you do?
And then with my movement, oh. I'm gonna move right here. Do I still have water walk?
How long does it last?
The spell lasts for an hour, I believe.
Make a luck save. Because I think it's possible. It would be getting up to an hour, but probably wouldn't have gone over. But we'll see. Yep, you're good. You still have water walk.
I'm going to just step in the other room for a moment.
Okay. Do you want to like whack that one in front of you?
I can't. It takes an action to use the hood.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're just stepping out of the water, like facing the things. So these are the ones that are going to run away, though. The ones you're standing right in front of.
That's
Right.
why.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So the fear doesn't go right. It doesn't go away because if you hit them.
I believe it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think it does either. I just but they do get to make a save every round. So yeah, that was the thing we didn't. That was the thing we didn't remember with Kabeel.
Must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can. At the end of each
At the
of
end
its
of each
turns,
turn. Yeah.
it can repeat the saving throw.
Yep. Okay, cool. So, Huracan is gonna look up at this thing and then just like grip his huge Makaweedle very tightly and then just say, I've killed greater beasts than you. And then rage, fire everywhere, and then just and then just attack it. So, we'll see how that goes. What's his AC? The first 2 hit. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, cool. There we go. So he smacks it a few times. Doesn't seem to do as much as it should. There's definitely some. It seems to be yeah. Definitely resistant to stuff he's doing. I think that's it for him. So Ari Armani, what do you do, friend?
So you said he's like 10 feet up above me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to move away. And then I'm going to cast Conjure Animals.
Well, so he would have been close enough for Huracan to hit him. So you probably have to disengage unless you want to do an attack of opportunity.
That's fine. I just won't do that then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm still going to cast Conjure Animals.
Okay.
And I would like to summon 8 pterodons.
8 pteranodons, okay.
Pteranodons, yeah. So that way, because they can fly, so they don't have to be in our space.
Right, okay. Where do you want to put them?
I want 4 on the top one and 4 on the other one, like flanking them on both sides.
Okay. Alrighty. His Buck's friends. Buck hears in his little comms on your left, and then a bunch of pteranodons fly.
Oh my gosh,
We're right back.
Buck.
Yeah.
It's his next job.
So yeah, I want to summon
Bucked in America.
8, and then I need to roll initiative for them. Do I have access to those animals?
So 8 of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm
Sorry,
assuming I can't just roll initiative for Buck because he has different stats than a regular one.
Yeah. So I'll figure out how to give you control of this.
Yeah, because they have to roll their own initiative.
Should be able to click on him now.
Yep.
All right, let me try to copy a whole bunch of them here. So 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Now I kind of feel bad for what I'm about to do.
So suddenly the air in the sewer is thick with pteranodons.
I've never heard air described that.
Yeah, let me roll their initiative. Okay. Initiative. Where is it?
It's right in the top of the stat.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay. 8.15.
All right, I'll drag them where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, so I mostly want them so that way they can soak up some damage. Because they'll go down like that. But, you know.
Okay, cool. Is that your turn?
Yes, here, I'm going to move them where I want
Yeah,
them.
go ahead.
I want them like that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I just need to try to find the other characters.
Then
wherever
I'm
they
gonna bonus action have Buck come up over here with his little pterodon friends and use help.
are. Okay, cool. Yeah. Awesome. It's Miggy's turn. So Miggy is gonna stare in horror at this thing.
At what he let happen.
Yeah, exactly. Right. He feels horrible right now. And I guess he's gonna try to stab it because that's basically the only thing he can do. So he's gonna do the thing, and he hits twice, and then he gets to do his sneak attack damage. Not a whole lot of sneak attack damage, comparatively. All right, so I mean, his rapier and dagger definitely do not seem to do a whole lot against this thing. So he's going to do that. And then he is going to back up. He's going to hide under the bridge. Over here. Because, that's what his character's supposed to do. So, stealth check.
Where'd Giant Lady go?
Underneath
Akna?
the
She's underneath
flock
the
of pteranodons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Akna is also terrified. Obviously. Ooh, what is this spell?
I'm gonna laugh if she just also summons.
See, I was thinking about that, but
She summons 12 pteranodons.
oh, that's so cool.
Oh, please tell us what cool thing does she have that Ari doesn't, please. I want to know.
Akna is the best. Okay.
Can I just play Akna when Raya dies?
That would be kind of awesome.
Right, so you can play somebody else that my character hates,
Yes.
but she doesn't hate Raya anymore.
All right.
I know, I
Need to
miss
find
it. I miss our bickering.
Just gotta double check what sort of things she can do with her special arrows. I really need just to save this on her. Where it's supposed to be. Okay. So she does the thing where she reaches into her quiver and grabs that, makes the arrow into a special elemental arrow. She grabs out like a lightning arrow. It's crackling with electricity. And then instead of shooting it, she throws it like a javelin. She hucks it like a javelin. And then suddenly it turns into like 30 more of the arrows. And they all just like hit the thing.
Whoa.
Point blank, just kind of like they all like appear, like it multiplies a whole bunch of times and then attacks the thing.
At the top one.
Yeah, this one, wait a second, where is she? Yes, the top one, yes.
Okay, so she gets advantage on this one because of Buck's help.
Well, I don't think she needs to roll for this.
Oh, she doesn't? Okay.
Yeah, I think
She
it is
doesn't
a
need his
save. Yeah,
help.
it is a dex save the creature makes. So boom. It fails its dex save, which means it takes 3d8 lightning damage.
Oh, all of that and then 3d8 lightning
Yeah,
damage?
unfortunately only 3d8, but wow, that was pitiful 3d8. Okay. Cool. Yeah, she did that basically in a panic. Eva is going to, if I can find her, there she is. She's gonna. You just think this is so amusing, Alyssa, to have like a flock of pteranodons just covering everyone. Ava is gonna go over here and jump up and attack the thing. Try to bite it. She fails. Cool. Raya, it's you. What do you want to do?
Okay, so I would need to use my action to disengage to get away from it. Like without it doing attack of opportunity.
Sorry, say that again.
I would need to disengage to not get attack of
Yep.
opportunity. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna use my action to disengage and like run up there. And then as my bonus action, I would like to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I felt a little bad that I'm doing that to add another token.
It's fine.
And I'll just put it where I was. I'll put it right. Or can I flank with it? Yes, no, I don't. If I can flank, I'll put it like opposite of Akna.
Okay.
On the
Yeah,
top
sure.
one.
Yeah, because you can put it below the pterodon.
Yeah.
Yep.
We can just know that it's there.
No. Has to be a token. There you
So it's a 25.
go. Yes,
The
it
hit
definitely is.
apparently. And then 7 force damage.
Nice. It's better than no force damage.
There we go. That's my turn.
Yeah, it does not seem like all the damage you guys did to it did as much as you would have hoped. Toity? What are you gonna do, buddy?
Wait, let me see what this notification is real quick, just in case it's. Wait, oh, that may have not been my phone. Caleb, does it sound like the Toity thing to do?
I feel like this is definitely a decision
Character
moment for
defining
Toity. Yeah, for sure. I could see it going either way, but you know, it's your character.
Oh, jeez.
I feel this is the Toity thing to do, even though this might mean Toity dies tonight. But if it means Toity dies sticking to his guns, he's gonna do it.
All right.
Hopefully they're machine guns right now, or rocket.
You know what, Jordan? It's funny you say that.
Get ready, everybody.
Toity is going to just say, F you, Balam.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I'm going to make a few rolls.
You say that out loud or just to Balam?
Just to Balam.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh,
I
And
have
he
to
pulls
make-
out dual machine guns. And starts
Guys,
shooting off the place.
when we get to this episode in the podcast, this is gonna be the best episode ever.
I don't know how this is going to work.
Because there's gonna be secret things that are gonna be added into the podcast, like when they actually happened. It's gonna be
Give
so
me a
good.
second. I have to figure out how this happens because I haven't done this. You know what? I'll just do it. So, how many times am I rolling this?
I feel like Toity's about to pull tri-beam.
Actually, there is gonna be a few things here.
Oh,
Wait, I just need to make sure. Okay, I need to actually. Okay, I want to. Okay, here's. How badly did they hurt this thing so far? It doesn't look like it's hurt at all.
Not very hurt. Like they
Okay.
did a lot of damage to it, but like it's pretty powerful.
I just hope this doesn't go. I just hope this doesn't fizzle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Me too.
I'm just gonna cast this spell 6 times.
What the heck?
Eldritch Blast.
Do every single one of those hit?
Only the 12. Oh wait, do they all have advantage? I don't know.
I don't know. Do they?
No, I mean I don't think so.
Okay, so no, I
Which one?
didn't see the
You're
12.
hitting the top one?
Yes.
Yeah, all of them, but the bottom one hit. Yeah.
So let me just
Go ahead and tell us how
say what
this
happened.
So
happens.
Toity's a warlock.
Just wait.
wait.
For
No,
it, guys.
give me a second. Toity casts 2 Eldritch Blasts, spends 2 sorcery points to quicken out another Eldritch Blast, and then action surges to fire off 2 more Eldritch Blasts, and rolls. Let's see. This is oh dang! I need to calculate this out.
Can we just pause for a minute? He said Eldritch Blast and Action Surge in the same sentence.
And sorcery points.
And Source.
You guys have no idea how long I've been waiting for this. I just didn't think it would happen like this.
I just want to point out that this is all
I'm
happening in the room
what?
behind me, and Darius is just like, I'm like the
The
whole
warlock thing I get.
Okay,
The sorcery
and then-
thing and the fighter.
I do. This is how much damage I do. Oh, only 54. But yeah,
And that's
That's
what
52
what
force.
damage type? Force damage.
I believe it's force damage.
Okay, sounds good.
I could've-
So, would you like to tell us what this looks like, Toity?
Oh, I forgot that part. Before he says that, Toity's already start glowing orange.
Mm-hmm.
And he just Eldritch energy starts glowing in his hand, and he just screams, goes, ah! Do.
And he starts punching out like. So, what do the actual blasts look like?
The orange Eldritch energy, I take it.
Okay.
I would like to mention I could have
wasn't
made
it
this word.
Wasn't it like black energy?
Oh, I don't remember. It's been a few weeks.
Yeah, I think it was black.
Okay, it's black energy. I would like to note I could have made this worse, but I didn't know if Gollum would let me.
Honestly, it's probably like a mix of it's like black and orange, right?
Black and orange. I'm
yeah.
fine with that.
It's like an orange storm, like a storm cloud with orange electricity, basically.
Like, when did Toity go Super Saiyan?
A few weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Honestly, every single time, you guys have no idea how much I've been bluffing the fact that I only have 1 level of Bard now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to explain real quick.
You have 1 level.
I don't know if
like,
we need to go on a huge explanation right now.
No, but just real quick. I have 1 level of Bard,
Oh yeah.
4 levels of Warlock, 3 levels of Sorcerer, and 2 levels of Fighter.
What?
I told Caleb back when what's his name? What's his face? What was his name? Mesnin. When Mesnin died, I told Caleb, Toity's either gonna die or he has to change. He's gonna leave or change. And so we decided Toity was gonna go through a change.
I also like that you can't remember his name.
I know it's been a
The
while.
person's death who's inspired you to change so drastically, you can't even remember his name.
Yeah. So yeah, I have a feeling that Balam's gonna kill Toity now. So
We'll see.
that's why I didn't cast Hex, because I figured if I cast Hex, I wouldn't get another turn. So that's 54 damage for you guys.
Yeah, so we see Toity just blast these like orange storm clouds into this like demon basically, and it just like goes backwards and like it's like cracked. Its bones are cracked. Some of its ribs like fall off. That did a lot of damage to it, and so it's just like, and then it like you can see that Toity, it looks at you.
Toity's gonna say, "Bring it."
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Toe heals.
Well, now I don't have to hide my spells anymore. I can actually cast things I have.
It's true. So toe heal.
Like,
Oh, we'll get into it.
We'll talk later.
So toe heal is gonna do a thing.
he's gonna gawk at Super Saiyan Toity.
I mean, he doesn't
Like
see.
the-
He hadn't seen. Well, yeah,
Saiyan
he
of
probably does.
legend?
He sees the thing in front of him gets hit by this like eldritch energy, and then he just like looks back, and Toity's like hands are smoking. He's just like, what?
And Toity's eyes are still glowing orange,
Yeah, for sure.
as long as they have glow in them.
So toe heal is going to make some attacks here.
I'll tell what my goals were later.
Yeah,
'Cause both of
we'll get to that later. Okay, so he This is the first attack. Or no, I guess the first attack of Toity's would have gotten that. Never mind. So 2 hits. So he hits with one of his servo strikes. So he just like grabs his gauntlet, just like trying to like.
It was fitting. This was my last thing of popcorn.
See, that's when you said that, I was like, well, that's prophetic. And then the thing makes a con save. And he fails. Unfortunately, this thing is actually immune to poison damage, so that doesn't do anything to it. So it just kind of like blows it away. Toheel is just kind of terrified and frantically using the fight of his fight or flight response to just punch this thing a bunch of times. It's the Pteranodon's turn.
By the way, Jordan, the reason I said it was fitting. You said I pull out machine guns is because this is called the arcane machine gun.
Oh my gosh!
Dang.
Okay,
so top to bottom, is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I guess.
And they all have advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, so on the top
great.
one, we have 1 hit.
Okay. 7 damage.
Okay.
And the bottom one, just the 2 hit, the crits.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
1, 2, and
That's
then
pretty good.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Let me see with conjure animals. I'm just curious if like their weapons are like magic, if like they're technically magical.
I don't believe so.
I don't think so, but I just want to check. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, so we see these pteranodons just like pecking at these horrible bone demons. And yeah, they're...
Not bad. I mean, they do half damage, I'm sure, but you know.
They do, yes. All right, speaking of...
They'll hopefully soak up some damage.
Yeah, hoping of...
that's really the goal here.
Speaking of bone demons, it's their turns. So, the ones that have to run away, so they have to use the dash action, Darius? Is that true? Is that... For the fear effect?
Creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. It can only use for its action, it can only use the dash action, or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving.
Got it. Let's see how far it can move, actually. Okay, so one of these things flies down one of these sewer corridors, and the other one flies up the other one. There you go. So that's their turns. And I'll make, what is it, wisdom saves?
That sounds right.
To see if they shake off of it at the end of their turn.
DC 15 wisdom.
Okay. Top, bottom. They both do.
Ooh.
That's okay. It's the end of their turn.
This bone devil is going to fly over to you, Darius. And it's going to, let's see, attack you with its claws. And so these things have they have a giant like scorpion tail at the end of them. And so this thing like attacks you with its claws and then tries to sting you with its scorpion tail. It only hits with the crit claw there, though. So...
Yup.
Unfortunately, that is a crit, which means you have to roll a certain thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah. There's a 50-50 chance.
Oh, my gosh.
So just 1d20 will work?
Basically any die. On the lower portion, it blows up.
Yeah.
You good? Yeah?
Ha ha!
It does do 14 slashing damage to you, though.
I can take it. I'm a punk.
The other bone demons are going to do some things. I think this one up at the top is going to attack Huracan with its actions. Wow, that didn't go very well. So he actually hits with the 2 claws, though.
Not very much damage. I'm kind of surprised.
So Huracan. It's 12 damage done to him. And the other Bone Devil is going to turn to Toity. What's your AC, Toity?
Probably not high enough. 15.
All right, so you get hit with a claw and a critical sting. So you take 8 slashing damage. Make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. You fail. You're poisoned for 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
And you take 8 slashing and 19, 25, 35, 43 poison damage.
43 total?
8 slashing damage and 43 poison damage.
I'm down.
Okay.
There's a reason I did it all at once.
Yeah. So we
wait, I'm not down. How much damage total again?
Yeah, let's add this up and make sure. So it's 8 slashing damage. And then it's 11 plus 8 piercing damage. So 19 piercing damage and then 24 poison damage.
So what's that total? So I was at 48. I just need to know what it was total. I need to know how much I went negative. Wait a second.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to... So 16, 27...
Hey. Oops. 51.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 3 then. I'll just put this in the chat so everyone else can read it. So I only have to make a... Oh, you can't use this if you're reduced to 0 hit by damage or by a critical hit. Okay, so I'm just down.
Yeah, it is by a critical hit. Yeah.
I forgot it was about the critical hit.
So what we see, right, is this Bone Devil turns to Toity, and then after your hands are still smoking, and you just like kind of look up, and then we see a slash across your face, another claw into your chest, and then as Toity is pinned against the wall, this thing just like has its stinger come up. And Toity, what's the thing that you like say or do right before you see this thing like just stab you in the chest with his poison? Because this might be the last thing that Toity ever says.
It was worth it for my friends.
Stab in the chest. Okay. Darius Death now. It's you, buddy. What are you gonna do? Darius? If you're saying anything, I can't hear you, so I don't know if you've actually heard me or not.
Oh, that's why. Sorry.
You can.
I'm just thinking.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you did actually like were aware that it was your turn.
Yeah, I am. I'm just.
There's one in front of you right now. Two behind you.
Oh, frick. I know what I should have said.
You can take it back. What do you want to say?
Can I see Miggy from where I am? Because there's actually something I wanted to see on my next turn.
Mm-hmm. He's right over here. Yeah.
I'd look him in the eyes and say, Chalmers a traitor.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's good.
Because I was actually going to turn to him on my next turn before I did that.
Right. Sure. Okay.
Who is?
Chalmer. He's one of the.
Oh, he's one of the 5.
He's one of the
people.
5. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's that's a good thing that you retcon that. Yeah.
No, because that's literally what I was going to do on
Right.
my next turn.
Yeah.
Turn to him,
And that's totally fine. Yeah. Cool. All right, Darius.
Can I say I did that with my booming voice? I can actually. I just forgot about that. Why am I forgetting about that? Wait. No, wait.
I think it's because of your cloak. So yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'll just say that with my booming action.
Yeah.
With the I'll say Chalmers a traitor.
Wait, no, I think it's an action to do that, isn't it?
Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
I just say it to
You
Miggy.
just
Then.
said it to me. Yeah. Okay.
That's fine.
All right. Now officially, Darius, what will you do?
I am going to cast. I'm going to cast Searing Smite on my weapon, on Temperance, and then I'm going to Searing Smite him.
Cool stuff. Do it.
Doop.
I'm sorry that did not hit.
What? 18
Yeah,
doesn't
18
hit?
doesn't hit.
Gosh. Guys.
They're like so screwed. There's like 5 of them.
There's a reason I went all out.
Well,
Yeah, that hits, of course. Yeah.
okay.
No,
So-
Darius, not a hit.
I was going to quit this game if you gave us something that was like, sorry, 23
5
doesn't
of
hit.
them, and they have an AC of 23. Yeah.
I'm going to use, what is it? I'm going to use my Divine Smite. And I'm going to cast this at 3rd level. So that means this is going to be 48. And is it undead or fiend?
It is a fiend, yes.
Okay, so this is going to be another 1d8. So this is going to be 5d8.
All right, do it.
So
So
first
the-
there's the damage,
yeah, the
and
regular
I'm
damage.
also using the knockback thing.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Speaking of knockback, I totally missed that, Caleb. That thing should have been pushed back like a lot, actually. Oh no, we can say I didn't do that. Whatever. It should have technically been pushed back like 50 feet.
Well, so does that automatically happen? Or is that a special thing you have to do?
Let me close a second. I closed Orc Pub.
And 26.
Of radiant damage.
Okay, all right.
I think it's an automatic thing, but let me check.
Because if it's an automatic thing, then we can push it back.
Eldritch Invocation, Repelling Blast. Push the creature 10 feet when you cast Eldritch Blast.
10 feet?
Yeah, and so that was 5, so it should be pushed back 50 feet.
Oh,
Would that have messed up any?
There's not really anywhere to go.
Would it have just taken more force damage for hitting the wall?
I don't think so.
Well, it can go all the way over here.
Yeah, and then you guys would have gotten a tax opportunity. I completely forgot about it. This is the only time I've used this.
Yeah.
It will probably be the only time I get to use it. I should note, I can only do that once per day.
Okay. All right, yeah. Let's have everybody real quick who could have
So
made.
if you could only do it once per day, would it only have happened once?
No. I can only do that specific thing once per day because I can only do.
Oh,
the,
right. No, so it'd only be 10 feet because.
No. Sorry. I mean the whole entire thing.
Oh, that specific move. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can become an arcane machine gun as long as you have sorcery points and the.
I get you. Yeah. All right, so let's do this real quick. Let's have everybody who was there make an attack against it. So 2 pteranodons.
4.
Or yeah, 4. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sorry, kind of not thinking at all.
Do they have advantage or no? Because he's being pushed technically.
No, this happens right before he moves. So.
Okay, so then that crit hits.
Yeah.
And then Ari's gonna hit him with a machete. That'll hit.
Well, they both missed him.
Sorry, just one of them. I don't know why I clicked it twice. And then Buck will also bite at it.
Would I be able to hit with my spiritual weapon?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Don't think that's how that works.
Okay, and then Buck also.
All right, how much? Let's see. So 14, 18.
Or the second attack for Ari. Sorry, I clicked it twice.
No, you're good.
I got so click happy. I was like, whoa, all these attacks.
25, 34, 40, 49. Divided by 2. 23. Okay, it didn't die, but
So
it got pushed a lot.
really not pleased with the fact that now it's closest to me. This is not cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but technically it would have had to move back if we wanted to say that it did what it did to it, because it attacked Huracan, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we'll just finagle that for now.
I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't
that's
expect
all right.
to do this tonight. I was really like flipping through my book trying to remember everything.
He like ripped at him as he was like flying away. Raya, did you do a hit? Did you roll?
No, but I don't think I would have had
went past you.
a weapon now.
Oh, right. I mean, you can punch him.
Just punch the ball.
I'm just saying.
And then
technically.
Raya,
Okay, so
then
what
Raya
do
does
I
radiant
roll?
backhand.
Just roll strength check,
Okay.
and then you can add your proficiency bonus, whatever that is.
Get a
Oh,
nat 20.
I get to add proficiency?
I was gonna say, do you?
Okay.
Do
So
you?
it's
Or
this
Yes,
is
but
without
you're only doing-
proficiency. This is just a strength check has a
Yeah, you
have a
hit.
20.
You hit.
Okay. What do I roll?
you do 1 damage
Do 1.
plus your
Well,
strength.
isn't it 1 plus? Yeah, 1 plus your strength.
Yeah, so you do 4 damage to it,
4.
and it's non-lethal damage, but it doesn't matter right now because it's not the damage that kills it. So, yep.
I gave it a little
Probably like kicked it
wackaroo
as it
face.
like
Ugh,
flew
take
past.
that.
I don't think I would have been able to kick that high. I think it has to be a punch.
Yeah.
Eh.
All right, cool. So Darius, did you finish your turn, or is that your whole thing?
No.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, guys.
No, you're
It's
good.
fine. Would
I
that
mean-
have changed the outcome of Toity getting downed?
No, because the one that
other
downed me is the one
the
right
other
by
one
me.
attacked him. Yeah.
Okay. Because I can't really see over there.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I don't know what's going on.
So what damage did we already apply to this thing?
Well, I rolled an 8 and a 26.
Okay, so you just have to
and
make the other attack, which is
Well, there's
well,
a
as it
Searing
flies away.
Smite.
it's immune to fire damage, so nothing happens.
Well, frick.
Yep.
And now I will hit it again because it's flying away.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get away. Oh, come on!
No. That's a miss. 16 does not cut it. Okay, cool.
A 20 would have.
Yeah, it's true. Is that your turn then?
I could do other stuff, can't I?
Do you have a bonus action still left?
I have bonus action and movement.
What is wrong with you, Darius?
What?
No, you have so many things you can do. That's
I
awesome.
know! I mean, clearly not as much as Toity, but you know.
I can do that once per day, and now I'm out of sorcery points.
It's
Now
more like you can do that once per lifetime.
Yeah.
Now it's Adeline's turn.
There's a reason I've been saying for a while I don't think Toity's gonna live, because you guys were either gonna find out my third goal and not let me live, or this is going to happen. Actually, I wasn't expecting this to happen at all. So, but it was a very Toity thing to do. We can explain the details of what happened again.
Yeah, Toity's two options were like, they're going to find out and kill me, or a bunch of bone demons are going to come to life and kill me. Those are the only two possible outcomes to this. Yeah, Darius, you
Is
use your
either-
bonus action or whatever.
Didn't you use your bonus action to Searing Smite? I'm confused.
Oh, yeah, no. I used my bonus action. I still have movement.
Okay, yeah, you gonna move anywhere? Or...
I'm just going to poke back in here, make sure everyone's doing okay.
Be like, oh no, Toity!
I mean, yeah, you see Toity basically dying. A big hole in his chest. Has poison
I mean, you
courses through his
can't do
veins.
anything about it. You just see it.
Yeah. Okay, it's Huracan's turn. He's gonna charge after this thing.
Yeah, Huracan.
Charge.
Okay.
There's such inspirational music playing in my household right now.
Nice.
I'm so confused.
2 hits. Yeah, so he charged the thing. Attacks a few times. That's his turn. Ari.
Okay, I'm gonna take out my longbow and I'm gonna shoot at the bottom one and cast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action.
Okay.
So here, let's stop my spells. I need to be very mindful of how many spells I'm using since this is all. Okay, so Hunter's Mark, and I'm gonna longbow it twice. Yes, and yes.
Nice.
Ugh.
Yeah, obviously both hit.
Oh man. And then 2d6 for my Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Whoo, there we go.
What type of damage is that?
It just adds into piercing. It doesn't.
Got it. Okay.
Did he take extra damage from the radiant, by the way, earlier?
Nope.
Sad.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
And then I guess I'll have. I'm gonna have Buck move down here and use help. I'm gonna have him move next to. Actually, I'll have him move. Because I don't want him to be like. He's gonna be like above that space.
Sure. Yeah.
So that way Darius can still get. If somebody can still get to Toity if need be.
Cool stuff. All right, Miggy is gonna come over here and he's gonna try to save your life, Toity.
Oh, Miggy. Am I still poisoned, by the way?
Yep. He tries to suck the poison out. No. He's going to make a medicine check to try to stabilize you.
Miggy, don't waste
And he
your
does
entire
so.
action.
He hears
He
more
is
about
so
Toity's life.
stupid.
Yeah,
He just saw what I did.
he stabilized you.
Yeah, but he's an idiot because he's wasting his whole action
Yeah.
when I'm about to healing word.
Yep.
He's an idiot.
He is. It's true.
He's our Miggy-it.
I do not claim him.
Let's see. I guess. Okay. Yeah, I think that's.
That was not a smart move, but it's fine. I understand why Mickey did it.
Yeah, no. He just saw his friend get stabbed in the chest.
I don't understand because he should learn by now to leave the healing stuff to me, which is why I take myself away from the fight and save my spells for this kind of thing.
You may have a point there. That's true. All right, let's have him make a roll to make sure, to see if he's smart or not, or if he just like in the moment emotions run wild and he is like, I must save my friend. I feel like 10. He's not like stupid, so I feel like 10's enough. So he really wants to, Toity. But
Well, he could also be the kind of thing like he just saw this guy attack me. He's like, no, not
Right.
my front.
exactly, yeah. That's the other type of thing he's doing. That makes sense because my first inclination was like, oh my gosh, my friend got stabbed, but it makes sense that he would be familiar enough by now with the fact that Raya does spells and stuff. That makes sense. So,
With all the times that I've saved him,
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like he should know that that's just
yes, for sure. Yeah. So he's gonna try to stab the thing that attacked you. And he fails miserably. Question is, does he go away? He has to disengage as a bonus action if he wants to, but I don't know if he does because he hopes maybe that it will attack him and not just finish you off, because all it has to do is hit you
is
Again.
breathe on you.
and then you die. So I think Miggy is going to stand in the gap for you, and he's going to hope it attacks him instead.
What? I have a bunch of pterodons there.
Right, but no, he can see it. He can see it literally like gearing up to just kill Toity. Like that's what it's going to do. And so he's like, nah, you're not doing that. It's Okna's turn. Okna is going to do another barrage at this thing because it does guarantee damage. And it's gonna have to make a save again. It succeeds, so it takes half of this. Okay. She was hoping to try to finish it off, but she did not do so. Ava is somewhere around here. Where's Ava? There she is.
Eva's somewhere around
I
there.
know. I found her. She is gonna rush over. Maybe she won't, because that's actually... No, she has a 50 feet of movement. Yeah, she's totally fine. She pounces on this thing. So that means she tries to hit it with a claw attack and completely fails. Well, great job, Ava. You failed miserably. All right, Raya, it's you.
Okay, I would like to walk down to right here. And that puts me within 30 feet of Toity. Toity, what is your maximum hit points?
62, but it just hit me for 40 something. Realize so. Just letting you know. Okay, but yeah, 62.
62. So, but you're at 0 hit points. Right?
I'm at 0.
Okay, so you're up to 31. Is anybody else under half of their hit points?
Oh,
Nobody? No.
Mm-mm.
Cool. Then then as my bonus action,
If you heal Toity up to just under half, or right at half.
Yeah, that's what he's at right now, is right at half.
He's at half. Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
The thing's gonna go before you.
Yeah, true.
And then
But it also has
going
other things to hit.
use my bonus action to move the spiritual weapon to right here and attack that guy, the bottom
Okie
bone
dokie.
thing.
Sure.
And is that with advantage for flanking?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Or no, because it'd have to be in the same space as the Pteranodon that is already there to do that sort of a thing. So it's below the Pteranodon and there's no one on the ground on the other side.
Move Pteranodon.
Maybe you can't.
Okay. 22.
22 definitely hits though. Yeah, you're good. It would have hit no matter what. So even if you had disadvantage.
10 force damage.
Okay, cool. Good stuff.
And that is my turn.
Awesome. Toity,
Good thing.
you come back to life. You can still feel this poison coursing through your veins.
I think
You feel a. Were you holding the shard when you did this?
I don't think so.
Where was it?
Actually, I may have been holding it, and it may be in my hand right now. Yeah.
All right. You feel your hand burning.
I'm gonna drop it in the water.
Yeah.
I'll probably chuck it. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to disengage. I'm going to
On the other side of Darius.
You're
gonna disengage to the other side of Darius.
I don't think I would.
Okay.
Unless you told me to, which is not gonna happen. I'm gonna disengage. Back up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just because. Actually, I probably don't want to do too much.
Yeah, don't get too far.
No, I don't want to do too much because then people would think something's up. I just want to back up a little bit. And then I'm going. Wait, this is a.
Good boy.
Let me just double check something. Yes, Hex is a bonus action, so I'm gonna cast Hex on that. So you see Toity's eyes glow orange again as he stares at that thing and just makes eye contact with it. And he's going to. Oops, nope, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't know that would actually do that. I was just trying to put it in the chat.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So Toity, your hand was burning, right, and you chucked the stone away. But I think what ends up
chucked it at the thing.
Right. Yeah. What ends up happening is it seems to dip in the air and then flies back towards you and then starts orbiting around your head.
Right.
And right when it starts that orbit, you hear just a horrible, angry shriek in your mind. Basically just Balaam saying, "How dare you!"
Yeah, I'm dying tonight.
Die tonight. Where would you be?
So that happens.
Would your soul
It's
spend
Toeheel's
eternity?
turn. And he is going to go over to the Bone Devil on the bottom and do his servo punches. He hits one of them. Cool stuff. It's the Pteranodon's turns.
Yay!
Pteranodon!
Okay, so these 4 are just gonna go flank the other one. I can't see all of it on this map. There we go. They're gonna go up there and just flank that guy again. So Ari whistles and points them to that one, being go get him.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna make 8 attacks.
Yay!
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And
1.
No, because they all have advantage. So
So
Okay.
the crit obviously hits, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 regular hits.
I'm gonna say okay. So yeah, there's another one. So that 2, 3. No, because he has an AC of 19, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then
So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
And then
5.
where?
There's a 19.
Yeah, there's a 19.
So we have the critical, and then we
Uh-huh.
have 1,
the
2,
20,
3.
20.
4.
Yeah. 4.
Plus the
That's
critical.
what I said.
I'm sorry.
So 5 plus the critical. Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay, so that one. So all 4 of those are on the top one, I believe. No, 3 of them are on the top one, and then 2 of them are on the bottom one.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what you were attacking.
Right. Well, 'cause
Okay.
4 of the attacks are on the bottom one, and then 4 of them are on the top one. So the top 3 ones are on the top for the one on top, and then the 10, the 4, and the 6 are for the one on the bottom.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Man, that makes me think that if they were all at the top one, it would
That top one dies.
Oh, it's
Yep.
My pterodons tear it apart.
They
Yep.
pterodon it apart.
they tear it apart.
It was already there, guys. Like, you didn't need to even say it. It was just already there.
What was already there?
The joke, like, you could have just said tear it apart, and that's it. That's all you needed. It was already, that was the joke.
That's why I just said it to tear it apart because.
So
Oh, I
does
didn't even
anything
hear you
happen
say
because
potato.
that was the top one and that's the one that was like coalescing? Zanoom? Nope. Okay, cool.
Mm-mm.
Darn it! I was hoping I
Yeah.
would put that one something else.
It was a good thought, but no.
I just
Oh.
That's not
I
even
need-
why I attacked that one.
I need Miggy to survive this so I can then kill him, and same with Toity.
Okay, and then we have boom. Okay. All right, it's the devil's turns. So
Maybe I should have backed up another space.
the ones that were running away come flying back.
We still have 3 more in the cisterns, guys. This is how long it took us to
Yep.
just kill
Mhm.
one. We still have 3 more plus
We
this
have
one that's like
some
half
damage on the bottom one.
I think it's like it's got to be close or at least like somewhat damaged. I don't
Oh, it's
know.
for sure
I
somewhat
did.
damaged.
10 damage on it with my spiritual weapon.
So all of the devils. Well, no. So the 3 in the cistern are going to try to do this. They start.
Go down to Georgia.
No, they start. I think they.
Thank you, Emily.
What do they do? How do they do this exactly? Okay, so they look down at the water, and they start speaking in some language that Raya, you understand.
Oh,
It's
what language
infernal.
is it? Oh no!
They start speaking in infernal. Basically, what they're saying, like, brothers, come help
Speaking
us.
to their fellow devils.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
Cool.
the-
See, there's more of these?
The cistern starts swirling
Oh my god.
like a maelstrom, and we'll see if there's a chance that they can summon more to their aid. So they can only do this once.
Miggy, I swear, and
Okay.
Akna.
But I heard
All right.
and understood what
One
they
has
said,
been
right?
summoned. That one failed. 2 have been summoned. So 2 more appear from the depths of the cistern.
Oh, they already like appear. I
Ye-
wasn't sure
yep.
if this was like a process or something.
No, they just like
There's
fly
no
out of the
way
maelstrom.
we're surviving this.
This is pretty bad, yeah.
Shut up.
Okay, Caleb, that thing I messaged you about.
There's gonna be a roll involved.
I mean,
Okay, but so the one standing right next to Toity, or was standing next to Toity, right? I mean, it's frustrated that Toity is now like out of its reach, and it decides to take it out on Miggy. So what it does is it makes its arm into like a spear. It just like expands its arm into like some sort of like long hooked pole arm, and it just tries to stab Miggy in the gut. And then it goes with its sting too, and it hits. Hits both, actually.
Biggie's going down. Awesome.
I'm yelling timber.
Okay.
Oh man.
Lots of
48.
damage. So 48 damage on Miggy. He is at 0. And he has to make a con saving throw.
Con save.
So Miggy stands in the gap for you, Toity, and takes the price. Pays the price indeed. Okay, so he's going to make a con save. And he fails, so he is poisoned.
Join the club.
Yeah. Okay. Darius Death, now it's you, buddy. What are you going to do?
Darius looks around and sees that more have been summoned.
Yep.
And he sees the other two.
I have a feeling I know what's gonna happen.
Darius speaks to Temperance. Temperance, I might have to try something.
What are you going to try? Darius, I'm scared. I don't think it's ever been like this before. I can feel them. They're trying to come back.
Darius flips up the hood. Then we'll send them back to where they belong.
Okay, what are you trying to do, Darius?
I am trying to transform into some sort of... Everyone's like, what?
I think we're gonna say send them back to the Feywild or something like that.
Darius, you could totally try to transcend. That's actually a much better idea than the other thing. Dude.
Transcend and send them all back?
Yeah?
Okay. Do you think, because of how Darius is connected to death, do you think the hood would power that out?
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think Darius, puts on the hood and he holds Temperance kind of forward and poises it a little bit. And starts, focusing and tries to send all these things back.
Okay. Where back? What do you mean by back? Wherever they came from, which you don't know, or somewhere you do know? Like the Feywild or the Caretaker's realm.
They're feral. I ask Temperance.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what they are?
They were the servants of the god of death who reigned before the Caretaker. They're the Hellcats.
It's like a basketball team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody say it.
No, we've just ruined the intensity of this moment.
That's I'm sorry, Caleb. Come on, everyone.
That's amazing.
All I can imagine is these devils doing that dance now.
I know. It's like the Terra Nullius credit roll.
We're all in this together.
As they summon more. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you that's what she says.
Everyone. Let the Death King rule. Okay, no,
Yeah, so Temperance says they're the servants of the god of death before the Caretaker. And you remember the Hellcats, Darius. You've seen the vision of when the Hellcats roamed the earth and terrorized everyone, right? Like that was the horrible primordial time.
I was about to say, are they the cats that I saw?
Those are the cats. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, you should have mentioned that to Toity sooner.
If Toity had known about the Hellcats,
None of this would be happening.
none of this would have happened.
Wow, I am so shocked that that is what Balam is.
I know, such a
Exceedingly
surprise.
shocked.
Yeah.
That wasn't the
Wow.
surprising part. The surprising part was the whole Toity being a different class thing.
Wait,
that was
wait. So, Balam is.
Balam
One
is a
of them,
Hellcat.
yes.
Oh.
That's why, like, he was purring, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
That's
that
why he has a
gave
voice
him-
like a Khajiit.
Yeah.
So is he? He's not one of them though, as far as we know.
Oh, who?
Balam. Is he one
Balam?
of these?
No. He's not one of these Bone Devils, no.
Okay.
No, he's currently orbiting my head, very
Yeah,
pissed off.
He's still in the stone, yeah.
Okay. Does Darius pick up on that
No.
about the stone? No.
There's no way you could have, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I figured not.
Yes, yeah, that's what Temperance said.
I'm trying to think of where sending them, like where it would make sense to send them.
Yeah, so the issue is, right, so the only two places you know you could send them, like, specifically, are the Feywild and the Caretaker's domain. You could try to send them anywhere else. You could try to send them to whatever their home plane is, but you don't know what that is, and so it would be more difficult.
Right.
So it'd be easier to send them to one of the two places you know, but whether or not you actually want them there is another thing entirely, right?
Right.
So from the information that Temperance just gave you and the visions you've seen, sending these things to the caretaker's domain would be exactly what they would want. That's actually what they're trying to do. So you definitely don't want to do that.
Temperance, I think these things could use a little green on them. What do you think?
If that's what you decide, I'll help you. I'm not sure it's a good idea, though. Yeah, it's
We
up to
have
you.
one other chance. Send them back right where they came from.
You could try.
That's what I need to do, isn't it?
I think that would be the safest. This way, the only people who might get hurt are us.
Well, you have a point.
Don't love the sound flap.
Okay. So I'm
So,
gonna try to send them back to wherever they came from.
yeah.
And here's
What
what
was-
I'm gonna try to say to
Yeah,
try
okay.
to get advantage. Darius has the hood on.
Yeah.
And by like detecting the energy, detecting the energies and like feeling around, Darius is able to see like their life energy, sort of, so to
Alright.
speak.
There's three things that need to happen here. First, make a charisma check to use the
Charisma
life
check?
energy thing. Yeah.
Okay.
19. Okay. Yeah, I think you can get advantage on the next roll you're gonna have to make. The next roll you're
Alright.
gonna have to make is an Arcana check to
And this is basically to
decipher
like,
where their
pinpoint.
home plane could be. Like, find the trail of energy that will lead back to their home plane.
Okay. And I have advantage.
You have advantage on this. Yeah.
Darius, you ain't intelligent, but let's hope that all that study with Raya helped.
Yeah. 17, I think, is gonna be barely enough.
You're welcome.
It's not gonna be like full on like, oh my gosh, like you know exactly where to send them, but like you have a good feel for like what direction they should go. So now, what was the roll that we had you make? It was a wisdom save, right? To transcend, or was it a charisma save? Do you remember? Was it a wisdom save? I feel like it was a wisdom save. That sounds right.
I mean, yeah.
Does anyone remember definitively? Yeah, wisdom save, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I need advantage for that. Oh my god. Let me think.
Yeah, so the DC has been lowered by the rolls you've already made.
Right, but I still need advantage because this. Meh.
If you want to, Darius, interesting thing that might be cool to do for a piece of information about Darius that, since you said earlier you're kind of running out of things to think of.
Right.
A memory with the caretaker that you didn't remember before because when you came back you forgot it.
Okay.
Right? And you can just make it up, right?
Okay.
Right? Like a conversation you two had maybe that
Yeah.
would help you in this moment, but you've only now just remembered it.
Yeah, and the caretaker basically told me spilled the beans, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, I think Darius had a conversation with the caretaker. About them, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Darius is starting to gain a sense of what they are and where they came from.
You know what the
He's
flowers
starting to
actually
remember.
were? They were your memories, Darius.
They were my memories?
They were your memories.
How?
Because they were the memories you... No, they were the memories you lost. No, because he told you the story. He told you everything about what happened, right? And so those were you piecing back your own memory of the event.
But he knew way ahead of time to plant those and to put the things in them and
I mean, he's a god.
fair.
Or was. He's dead now, but...
I mean, yeah. You know what Hulk would say in this moment?
I don't know.
Puny God. No. But yeah. So I think Darius is starting to remember exactly what they are, and maybe has some sort of idea about how or why they're coming back.
I mean, yeah, they're coming...
He might not know that, but...
Yeah, I mean, they're the guess is, right, they're probably trying to come back because there's a vacancy in the heavens now, right? There's a vacancy in whatever the death domain is.
Yeah.
They want to be the new servants of whoever ends up being the death god again.
Yeah. Okay, so does that count for the advantage or no? Do I need something more?
Yeah, I mean, I just gave that to you.
Okay, so I think Darius. Oh. There was something that Darius was doing, and Darius asked the caretaker, so how did you learn to do that?
It was sewing, yeah.
Sewing, yeah. So, yeah. Darius, I can't, because I would be asking you about that. That wouldn't be me explaining it, because I don't know what the story for that was.
I mean, you could make something up, and if I accept it. Tell me a story, Jordan.
And I'll tell you if it's okay.
I'll tell you if it's true.
He likes knitting mittens for little kittens. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, the little Hellcat babies.
Yeah.
That he was raising to, make good Hellcats. No, that's not it.
Hard to play basketball with them, though.
Would they be Hello Kitten?
Oh my gosh. That's fantastic.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. That was beautiful.
You now have disadvantage on this roll.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Bad move.
Yeah, if you're gonna make something up, make it up. But
what is a conversation that Darius would have had with the caretaker?
if you can't think of anything, that's fine.
Oh, you know what? I think Darius had a conversation with the caretaker about how basically the reason why he came to the island, and basically that it was specifically because Arya asked him to protect her, and then later on also to protect everyone else. Because partially because there was a sense that he really cared, but there was also like this sense of guilt for like all the things that he felt like he was responsible for that Calvitas did, and so he wanted to do something good and something right, and I think the caretaker could like related to that, and then shared some of his sort of story about how the caretaker would like about his relationship with his sister, and maybe about how he was wanting to attain this sort of power, at least in part to protect her.
Yeah.
And maybe that kind of spawned the conversation for Darius, like learning to, or like, I think that was like the first spark of Darius like wanting to be a paladin, but not really realizing it like paladin specifically. If that makes sense.
Yeah, sure. I'm into that. Yeah, take advantage.
Cool, and I'm just gonna use it. So. Wisdom save?
Yep.
We're gonna hope this works, guys.
Oh.
They all disappear.
27?
They all disappear.
Makes them all disappear?
Yep.
All of them? Like every single one of them?
Were you aiming
Or
for
just
all
the
of them?
Hellcats.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're all gone. They fade into the night.
So,
Lamb.
Caleb, what does it look like when this happens?
So, I mean, there's already a maelstrom swirling below them. They just get sucked into it one by one. And we see the one that was in the sewer tunnel over there, right? Like, scrabbling its claws, right? Like, trying to, like, get away. And it doesn't, and just gets dragged into, the maelstrom.
I think as that one that like hit Toity is being like dragged away, he spits at it.
Okay, so yeah,
Is it poisonous
Toity,
spit?
I'm gonna need you to make a charisma save.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh no. At least I have a +8 to charisma.
That's something about Toity and tell us.
I think I'm gonna do that. As Toity was backing away, and this is kind of the reasoning and I'll give kind of the reasoning behind why I did this, because Caleb knows this, but no one else does. So Toity was essentially given an ultimatum. As this started happening, Toity says, "Don't like Balam, what's happening?" He's like, they're like, "Oh, the transformation's about to happen." He's like, "Balam, don't kill my friends." He said, then he convinced him, like, "Okay, I won't kill your friends. I'll just kill the Genasi." But then he's like, Tori's thinking stuff like, no, I'm here to help people. Because he just had that thought in his mind of like because we've heard the story a lot of he was constantly just kind of not tortured, but just pestered and just annoyed. What's the word I'm looking for? Just harassed and ridiculed by his older siblings, and he's just sitting here thinking, like he's just in the same situation. It's like he feels powerless to some higher being above him, which is exactly what he was trying to escape when he asked Balam for help. Is he was trying to not feel so powerless in an area where he felt like he had no control, and he found himself in this situation again. And he looked at those bone demons, and he just saw his older siblings again, and he's like, "No, I'm not doing this. Like I have a choice, and I'm not gonna." You realized
that you were on the side of the bullies.
Not only that, but it was like, but even in the same place, like I was not only on the side of the bullies, but they were treating me the same way no matter what. It's like, okay, no, screw this. I'm not doing this. So charisma save with advantage?
Charisma save with advantage.
Oh, it's too bad Darius isn't right.
24.
Okay.
Oh.
So Toity, you start getting. So what happens is the stone is growing larger like it did before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's still orbiting around your head. The issue is the stone starts to get pulled into the maelstrom too.
Mm-hmm.
And so you are being pulled along with it. But then we get a moment where like your force of personality comes right up against Balaam's. And you feel his mind against your mind. And he says to you, I've given you too much already. You will come with us into the pit. What do you say?
I say, no. I think this business relationship is over.
Okay. What's the thing you try to do exactly that like severs your connection? Besides just maybe it's just you say that and you cast vicious mockery on him.
Yeah. I like that.
We see Toity's lips crackle with the familiar blue energy that used to be his bard magic, right? Before he started changing. Exactly, you still do, right? And you use that to like cast vicious mockery, basically, right? And then we see the energy kind of like sever some sort of invisible connection between you and the stone just like starts flipping into the maelstrom and just gets sucked up. The maelstrom just goes silent. It becomes a regular cistern of water again. There's a ripple like a small ripple that kind of goes out from the center of it, and everything is still.
Wow, Jordan, the real MVP.
Well, okay. I think. Can we flash back just a little bit? Darius had the hood up, and he like did this sensing the energy thing.
Mm-hmm.
What did he see with the stone?
Right, yeah, as it's flipping into the maelstrom.
I just in my mind I see this slow-mo shot of Darius sees the stone, and then he starts to see it like being sucked away.
Okay, so you see the Hellcat energy, right? Like the same sort of energy that with the other things had. But you also see Toity in it. Like you know Toity's life signals, and that's also Toity's in the stone. And maybe you're worried for a bit, and until you look to the right, and you see Toity's right there, just fine. Like he was being dragged away by the stone, but it's not there anymore. Toity, you feel any reservoir of magic leave you.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah. You were completely magicless. Except for the one level of bard you have.
And what about the 2 levels of fighter?
And so we're going to have to talk about respecking your character here. Because you've lost any of that warlock stuff.
He was both my warlock and sorcerer thing, so...
Yeah, so right now you have no magic. Except for your one level.
Oh, great.
This was a I figured Toity was going to die tonight. I figured I'm sacrificing Toity because essentially it was that or let him.
And there were about 5 different ways that could have happened, but somehow you escaped all of them. So congratulations.
Okay.
I
So
have not yet escaped Raya.
I have no doubt about that.
That's the 5th way.
First things first, Ari's going to go over and medicine check Miggy because he's down.
It's true, yeah.
Unless you just want to, like, heal him.
I would say... If I feel a lot less like magical, probably what Toity does, he probably just collapses.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I had a question. So, do I notice that all because I can see the life energy? Do I see like the magic is like sapped out of Toity?
No, because you were looking at the maelstrom when this happened, and so you saw the stone, and you saw Toity's life energy like mixed in with the stone. And when you look at Toity, he's definitely like dimmer than you remember, and there's something different about his life signals that you didn't recognize before.
Right. But I mean, now that it's all gone and done, like, do I see him now and see like that his life energy is like a lot weaker or dimmer?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Different?
Yeah.
Like, can I tell that?
Yeah, you can probably make that connection. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad I got to use the arcane machine gun at least once.
You did it once, and it was awesome. I was so happy with that moment. It was really cool.
I didn't get to use Hex, but
yeah. So does anyone cast a spell on Miggy to heal him instantly, or is Ari making an medicine check here?
No, I cast Cure Bones.
Okay.
I thought Alyssa said she was going to do a medicine check.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if one of you casts a spell,
then it doesn't matter. Yeah. So yeah, just go ahead and do Cure Wounds, Darius, and we'll do that.
And then.
All right, Miggy has 10.
If Raya brings, if Raya brings him up, and he,
I
was gonna say,
mean,
I was
I'm
gonna-
more concerned with the whole Toity issue right now.
Right, and so that's the thing, right? Like
Well, do we even know really that Toity has an issue? I think is really the question.
No, I'm concerned about the whole Toity was lying to us about who he was. In my mind, that's my issue.
Right, but the only thing we know is like, where did you learn that?
right, that's basically the extent of it.
Right, like
Yeah.
we can't be like, you had these secret warlock powers from this stone. Like,
Yeah.
our characters.
No, but
Darius has an idea, for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, Darius, I feel like you figure it out, right? I feel like you basically figure it out. Like, Toity was obviously working. I mean, he had to be. He had to have been working with the Hellcat somehow. Because Balam was a Hellcat. Balam was in the stone. It drained the magic out of Toity. He has weird powers. Like, that's the only explanation. Whether or not Toity knew that this was, like, that they were evil or whatever, right? That's another thing.
I just realized something. A whole bunch of stuff I have planned is now irrelevant because Toity did become evil.
Mm-hmm.
This was
the only way Toity wouldn't have. Yeah.
honestly
A whole
the plan-
bunch of things collided in this session to make that a possibility for you, Toity.
Yeah, I was not expecting Toity to become good again. I was expecting him to become evil. I have a token of Toity looking evil, but I didn't get to use it.
oh, that's nice.
I was a little worried his alignment had already changed. So
No, it hadn't, and that's very important.
And that's why this moment, because it was very
happened.
anything that happened. Okay, so real quick, Seth and I have been doing secret mini sessions that we've recorded, and I'm going to release now so that you guys can watch what happened if you want to between us the whole time.
There's a reason every once in a while Jordan now is about an hour late on Wednesdays.
Yeah. But basically, right? Like, I don't even remember what I was gonna say now, but like,
We were doing the secret session.
yeah, Toity.
It was called we called it Toity's Descent into Darkness.
Yes, we did.
Oh,
But he came back. He came back.
Balam just hit the wrong thread with Toity.
well.
Every
I have
other
one thing
time
to say about
yeah,
this.
it was very subtle up until this point, but Balam had a perfect opportunity to take it, and he had to take advantage of it. Unfortunately, it cost Toity's allegiance, and that means it cost everything for him. So
This was a sacrifice. I knew Toity was pretty much toast.
I have one thing to say about this.
yes,
One of you get to edit that episode, those episodes of the podcast, because
Okay,
I ain't doing it.
sounds
They're
good.
pretty short. They're
pretty
like
short.
45 minutes long.
Yeah.
Well, then
If
you
that.
get to watch every single one of them and edit them.
But yeah, so what's the conversation with Toity?
Toity collapsed.
I mean, I would just go up and be like, Toity, what the F was that?
I was thinking like Toity's I think Toity went unconscious because he just like
I don't think you went unconscious. Like there's not. I mean, you can make a con save, I guess, if you wanted to.
because my thought was you just had
Oh yeah, it's definitely a huge toll. So there may be a
7
chance.
levels of magic pulled out
Right.
of him.
Yeah. There's definitely a chance that you could just like go unconscious.
No, 15.
I think you're fine. Yeah.
So he's just like, "Ugh."
Yeah. Very weary.
He probably at least gets like on his like falls on his butt or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna walk up to him. How much health do you have?
I have 31 health still. It's
Of-
just that's a lot of actually. Oh no. Give
So
me
we're
a
not gonna worry
second.
about that right now.
Okay, yeah.
But
Don't worry about it.
we'll have to respec his character, but yeah,
Well, would that be less than half still? Like, is it?
I'm at half.
he has the same amount of hit points right now. So
He's at half. Okay, then I will use Turn the Tide to healify him. Here, have 6 more health. And anyone else that's nearby, within 30 feet, that has less than or that has half or less,
okay, so that's
Maybe
Mickey.
some-
Yeah.
also takes that. Does Mickey still have less than half?
Yeah.
Then I do it again.
Right, because you can just keep doing it.
I can just spam it.
Yeah.
Oh. Now where's he at?
He has more than half now.
Okay.
Yeah. So Toity, how do you respond to Raya's expletives?
So what did you say?
What the F was
What
that?
the F? What's that?
Well, I can tell you this much. I don't think it's going to happen again. He's gone.
You're gonna need to give a better answer than that.
The thing, Tony's like trying to like speak right now, but he's like literally like.
And I, like would Darius know that it's an ion stone basically? Because I mean, we've all kind of known about the stone.
I don't
Right?
think you know what an iron stone is, Darius. Yeah.
Well, but there's the other ones, like the other that were with the mask.
True. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Everybody knew that he had the magical stone that did things.
Yeah, it was circling around my freaking head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I couldn't get rid of it very well.
So would Darius piece together that it's probably started about the time that he dimension doored us through?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Literally did.
Darius Darius pipes in like kind of on Toity's behalf because he knows he can't talk.
Actually, no, this is relevant. I can pull this out now. Go ahead.
It's this stone. There was something trapped in it. Someone. And,
Yeah, that was it.
and he's been helping Toity. He's been powering him up. That's how he was able to use Dimension Door and get us all out of that cavern.
So I think Miggy says, so the stone has been helping Miggy. Or the stone has been helping Toity.
You just picked up Minnie and Toity. Wow. Okay.
I don't know. The stone has been helping Toity. But has Toity been helping the stone? And he's looking at you hard.
And Toity, and like Darius is kind of crouched down and looking at Toity. He gave you an ultimatum, didn't he?
Did you cause this, Toity?
Um,
Was this you?
honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Caleb.
Mhm.
I don't know what happened. All I know is he definitely took advantage of it. And when he asked me to help, I said no. And he took everything from me to do it.
And Darius says, Darius like pulls back, like puts down the hood.
Wait a second. How have you been casting Tiny Hut if you don't have anything?
I haven't.
Never did.
Bark.
Hasn't
I-
been, 'cause
You
we've had too many
haven't been
people.
casting Tiny
No,
Hut?
because nobody asked me to.
No, we
because
did though. Remember last session?
There was
Oh,
one
remember?
time. There's one time when Darius asked him to, but the conversation never actually was. You actually cast it. It was just like,
Also, I BS'd an explanation to Jordan saying magic can't go through it, so they won't be able to find us if I do it.
Well, no. Well, there's that, but
Yeah.
there was also that our party was too big for us all to fit in it.
Yes,
Oh,
that was the
that's-
other thing.
We did.
So
think
I've been-
even
right.
I've been BSing my way through a lot of spells I don't have.
so one of his secret goals was keep my transformation a secret, and he's been working on that real hard.
That was Floop-de-doo.
Yep.
I have been so glad. There have been times I have been so glad you guys have not been asking me for bardic inspiration, because then you would have known immediately.
I was wondering what, because you haven't been giving it out recently.
No, because I only have one.
I thought about that once, and then I
Because his
didn't
die
think about it again.
type changed. So if he had
Yes.
given you a bardic inspiration, he can only give you a D6, and so
Yeah,
you would have
as opposed to a D10 of what it should have been.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have noticed that. To be honest.
Yeah, but I
I
wasn't
would
gonna
have thought
risk
it should have been a D8, I think,
Yeah,
because that was
same.
like what it was the last time you were giving it out.
That's what I'm thinking. It went down, so I've been BSing my
Emily
way.
probably would have caught it.
Emily would have caught it. That's what I was worried about. Emily would have been like, "No, that's a D."
If
I was
anyone
expecting-
was gonna catch it, Emily was gonna
I would
catch
have
it.
been like,
I would have caught it
isn't
too.
it a D8?
Because
not a
I was thinking
D6?
it was a D8.
No, because I knew this conversation happened. I could see Emily going through the books like, "No, it says at level 10 bard you're supposed to have a D10." I'm like, "I know, but it's a D6."
Yeah.
I was just.
100% I would have called you.
This is why I have not been mentioning it. This is why I've been very, very,
Mhm.
very quiet over the past few sessions.
So yeah, I mean, Mickey is still like, kind of like looking at you hard, like, like, wait a second.
I just kind of go, Mickey, you have some more training to do too, hesitating like that.
That was our ally.
Yeah, that I asked you to shoot. I see where your trust lies here.
He just looks down like embarrassed.
Okay, I'll say this.
I'm not pleased with anyone here right
No.
now.
To be fair, just so you know,
I did what you said.
just so
Arya's not wrong here.
I'm just like,
No.
Arya did
just so-
great.
I mean, Darius like sent everybody back.
And Arya and Darius are fine.
Yeah.
just so you know, there was something wrong with him ever since you cast that spell. I thought I was trying to remove it. I apparently Balam did something else. 'Cause that's what I originally thought. Because
That's the truth, yeah.
my goal was to make him sad again, because I thought the thing that making him happy was the demon.
My goals.
That literally is like it wasn't one of my
something.
goals. But in my thing I labeled semi goals, make sure Tsunum gets sad.
Yeah, so I feel like this might be a moment for Toity to roll a persuasion check to like see how well his explanation of this goes over to everyone. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And like, can Darius be helping? Because he's like kind of explaining, and like I think Darius is kind of piecing it together.
I wouldn't mind that.
It's gonna be really hard for Raya because
Yeah.
she cares kind of less about the situation, more about the lying aspect.
So
of
let's
it.
talk about intent here then, Toity. So what do you want to happen if you succeed on this persuasion roll? And then we can talk about if when you decide that intent, we can figure out how hard that will be to accomplish because of, Raya's hatred of you right now.
To be fair, she was never really that fond of toys.
It's true, yeah.
I think his intent is just saying, like, look,
I just realized if you fail this, Raya could literally just say, Ari,
Kill him.
kill him, and I'll do it. Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Toity could still die here.
I love that you're like, and I'll do it.
Because Ari has said that already, that if you
Mhm.
tell me to do this, I will do it.
Because you literally already had a conversation about
told
Toity
me.
specifically. Yeah.
Oh my god, I just realized.
Yep.
Honestly, it's not Ari you have to convince. At this point right now, she's like, Raya, you lied too. Like, we just,
Yeah.
She doesn't know how she feels about this right
Yeah,
now.
it's Raya. It's Raya you have to convince. Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to think of what Toy's trying to say. His intent is just like saying, like, look, he's like, look, I thought I was helping, and it ended up being a mistake, and I can't do anything now. Like, literally, like, I'm powerless. If you try and kill him, Toad would probably just put his head down, like, okay, get rid of me.
Which also doesn't make Raya too happy that now you are of zero help.
Well, we don't know that.
You should have
quite
kept your
yet.
secret transformation secret just a little bit longer so we could.
Well, and what? Let them
No,
just
I
kill
just-
people while I
yeah.
stand by the side and do nothing? They'd have just killed me anyway.
So,
That was
question for you then, Emily. Would Darius vouching for Toity actually help in this instance, or is this all up to Toity?
I mean, is Darius is just kind of like explaining the stone.
That's what it sounded like.
So I think Darius is like, I think Darius understands that Toity was doing this. as a
Darius knows
means-
what it's like to have a demon inside of you.
Yeah, for one thing, Darius knows what it's like to have a demon inside of you and to have someone else, like to not have full. Darius knows what it's like to not have full control over yourself and over your life and over your life decisions. And I think Darius kind of picks up that Toity was operating for the best good for us and for himself that he possibly could,
I think
and also that he made a really big sacrifice.
just to make sure you guys didn't.
Yeah, just
die.
to make sure that we survived.
If I had had the chance, there would have been an extra D10 for every single one of those rolls because of the extra bonus. It would have been nuts. So I think Toity, I actually think Toity might pipe up and say like, "Oh, I don't know, he might not say it yet." Because there's a lot of other things that belong to, but we could go on for a while. We have like 6 or so.
Yeah. So I think
hour-long.
the things that have been said, right? So Raya, does that help Toity with advantage? Does that give Toity advantage on this roll? You can still set the DC wherever you want.
Because I don't think she really cares that, like, Darius is like, I get, like, it makes sense, like, when you know when he's coming from, because Raya, like, doesn't really care.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
And, like, 100% she's a total hypocrite, like, has lied about stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, she doesn't see that. Like, she's like,
Yeah,
it's
so
a
I think-
totally different situation.
So the question will be, if Toity fails in this roll and Raya doesn't believe Toity, will you guys go along with Raya? Will we just assume that everyone like goes against Toity, or is this like most people are going to be on Toity's side, but then Raya is the one that like might go either way? How is this looking for you guys?
I will do whatever Raya says.
Okay. Darius?
I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Miggy's probably with Raya too at this point. Maybe he's probably gonna have to cross that bridge when he gets there too, because depending on what Darius does. I think the Genasi are probably gonna be with Raya wherever she chooses. So, Raya, what's the DC?
Jeez.
You set it wherever you want. I mean, we could also just have Toity roll, and you can just say that succeeded or it didn't. Either way.
I mean, there's literally nothing I can do. I'm essentially a
know.
level 3 character right now. Unless you want to say it's level 1, even the fighter's gone, Caleb.
Yeah, how do I want to do that? Yeah, because this will determine like what bonuses you get and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Actually, no, it won't affect bonuses at all.
Well,
Actually,
proficiency bonus. You're still trained in persuasion, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Just roll it how it is on your sheet right now.
Okay.
But yeah, it's Raya.
No, he'll get a +2 proficiency regardless if he's level 1 or 3.
Yeah.
And just roll and see what happens.
Yeah, just roll.
All right, do it. 14.
I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. What do you say, Raya?
I just kind of look at him and say, I don't know what your intentions were with this, but I know now that we can't trust you.
And Darius casts the Zone of Truth on Toity.
Mm-hmm.
Then find out what his intentions were.
The trust has been broken already, Darius.
Like we could trust
That's
you
the
to begin
thing.
with.
That's the thing, though. Like, the trust has already been broken. The truth has come out. Like, whatever the truth may be, like, in Raya's mind, the fact that he didn't say something has already, like, broken the trust.
Yeah, and I think Toity will say that like we could trust you to begin with. And he's gonna pull out a dagger and says, if you had told us all about the did we know about the cat demons from her before? Has she mentioned she knew about that?
I don't think so. I don't think she ever mentioned that part of it. Because that was a primordial vision she got from Tuhunapu back in the
And she
temple.
never told us about
I don't
it.
think she ever told anyone about that. Darius
Nice.
knows about it separately from her because of a different vision. But
Could I have? I almost want to say the Zone of Truth was kind of for everybody.
I mean, you can fit
That's in
everybody
the-
in, I'm sure. Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
that's fine. And what
Everyone
I'm
within
saying is
15
still the
feet.
truth to me, too.
Wait, let me
So everyone within 15 feet.
read
Besides
through.
me.
Let me read through some things real quick.
Everybody has to make a wisdom save if you actually want to cast this spell. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish with the Zone of Truth,
Oh.
but
Never mind then.
I mean, he was gonna try to be like, no, listen, like Toity can just tell the truth and then we can forgive him, right? And then Raya's like, no, that's not gonna work. Sorry, like,
Not for me.
yeah,
Not when my personality trait that I chose from beginning is my favor once lost is lost forever.
yep.
What are my personality traits actually?
This
That is-
may be the downfall of the party right
That is
here.
the first thing on my like personality thing is my favor once lost is lost forever.
I think Toity says, like we could trust you to begin with. Didn't tell us about the orb. Didn't tell us. Well, actually, what was the other thing? Wait. Didn't tell us about the orb, even though it would have been super useful. Wait. And even then, I'm the one who saved Otley, the one who talked to Takali. And what do I get? This. I trade to save and turn back what I've done. But I've come to learn that it was pointless. Wait, I'm trying to think. You repay those that help you with death, Raya. And I will not give you that pleasure. And Tony's gonna slit his throat.
what?
What?
Well, okay, so let's take a step back from this as players for just a moment.
Whoa.
No!
So let's take a step back just a moment.
Hold up.
All right, that can be where this narrative
Mhm.
goes.
Because this has been planned for a while too, actually.
You specifically, Seth, as a player, have planned this for.
Well, I mean, these kind of lines.
Right. So the question is, Raya, like, and well, we can workshop this as like players for what would be the most satisfying narrative for all of us, right? Like right now, obviously Seth has ultimate control over his character, so he can attempt to do that if he wants to. Obviously, Raya can just heal him, like that can be right. Like if she didn't want him to do that, right? It would be rather ineffective if that's not what she wants. So let's talk about this, right? Raya, are you planning on killing Toity? Is that the
No.
Okay.
Whew, yeah, see, you guys want to know what I was about to do?
I see. I figured that like everything was just gonna be blown up and like
Well, see, you could, and obviously Toy's gonna go for it, but someone can stop him.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, we can do that.
You just want me to say right quick what I wanted?
Yeah. Go
what
ahead.
I was about to do?
Yeah, go ahead, Drew.
If they tried to kill him, I was going to either command them to stop,
Mhm.
or put on the hood and make them run,
Yeah.
or like do one of those things, or like somehow stop them, and then I was going to actually grab Toity, transcend, and escape to the Feywild.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then run away with him.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to grab,
I knew
Yeah.
that if Raya was actually gonna kill Toity, then the party is
No,
over.
which I
Like,
wasn't going to.
Yes.
well,
So
Toity expects it at this point. That's the thing. You've broken Toity's trust too. He's like, they're gonna kill me anyway. Might as well go.
No,
Right.
right at this point, my trust is gone. So you're just, if you want to stay around, you can. But we're not. Like, I'm not going to protect you.
right,
You
but
can
the
do
thing
whatever
is,
you
like,
want
I
now.
think it makes absolute sense for Toity to at least try this because
Yeah.
this is the way you've treated literally anyone else who ever got in your way, right?
Yes.
It was we can't trust them, so we kill them. And so Toity's like, I guess this is my time, right? Like,
Gonna die anyway. Might as well be by my own hands.
So Toity goes to do this. Who stops him? Because I feel like one of you is going to. I mean, most
I
likely.
have a feeling
Darius.
it would be Darius.
So yeah, I don't know how I would because I'm over here, so
Yeah.
I really couldn't like if he just like tries something real quick. Ari doesn't have enough time to really react. But I feel like
I
she
mean,
will.
I would say just based on dexterity, me and Darius would be very bad at stopping him if this is what he is
Darius
trying.
points a finger straight at Toity and says, "Stop." and I cast command.
Okay. Wisdom save?
Toity will probably just fail. He's too weak to
Sure.
do anything right now.
So he just fails automatically. Yeah. And so Toity's like
He's
is holding the
just-
knife there, right? Yeah.
Then Ari's gonna come over and like grab the knife out of his hand, like if he's just like pause.
Yeah. Darius like picks Toity up, and he just he sits Toity up, and then Darius leans over him and starts sobbing.
Yep. I mean, Akna is already crying in the background here. She has been for some time now. Yep.
And I just kind of like look around, see what's going on, and say, we have to move on. We can't waste our time crying here. We still have a mission.
What he's gonna say? There is no moving on.
And I just kind of like keep walking. I don't have time to deal with this.
Yeah.
We got to get a new god of death.
Darius picks Toity up and carries him.
So, I think Toheel says, like as you guys are starting to like walk away, Toheel is pointing out into the cistern, and he says, "Everyone, look." Does anyone want to look?
No,
I really don't. I really
I'm
don't.
assuming that it's just that it's the thing's draining and it's time to go.
Yeah,
in.
but Caleb already said that this wasn't the right one last session.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
I
It's
will
another
go
one.
look because I'm probably leading the charge.
I'll
So-
probably look.
Yeah. So you guys
Because
see,
that's something Ari would do.
yeah, you see Sanum's body floating on the top of the cistern.
Oh.
He seems at peace.
That's it.
I want to like go like swim over to him and kind of like bring him out of the water.
You have heavy armor on. Let me do it.
Ari does
How
that.
about Darius just
Sure,
walks
that's
over
fine.
there?
I was gonna go ahead and get him,
I mean, Darius, water walk.
He still has water walk active. Yeah, that makes sense.
and then I was gonna like have whoever like bring him off of the water, and then I don't know if I have any like spells, but whatever the like proper thing to do when somebody who is a follower of Salune dies.
Yep.
Like the respectful death.
I don't know, what is that, Raya?
I'm trying to think of what it would be.
Catapult them to the moon.
Yeet them to the moon.
Oh,
Goodbye, Sanu.
I would probably say as also as Darius is carrying me away, I'd probably like mumble under my breath, "Chalmers a traitor."
I think Miggy's like nodding. He's like, I heard you the first time, Toy.
No, to Darius.
Right, but Miggy's like walking
Oh,
behind
okay.
you, right? Yeah, so Raya, what do you think would be the proper like?
I would like. Could I use like thaumaturgy to kind of make it sound like metallic-y, like wind chimes blowing? I feel like that's kind of like a.
Yeah.
Seems like the right mood.
Yeah.
And then cast light on one of my charms that I have.
Yeah.
On
That's like hanging on your horn. That one of those.
I want to do both of the ones on my horns and kind of like place one like in his hand and then like kind of one on his heart.
Yeah.
And then kind of like quietly like kneel down and just like say to him, I hope you found her. Try and like,
now we gotta burn the body though, so he doesn't
Yeah.
become dead, but,
kind
you
of
know.
like
Yeah.
put him to the side as we destroy his body.
Yeah, I think what happens is all of the
Because you
Genasi.
basically said that there's nothing I can do that's really gonna. He's really
No,
dead.
he's really dead
Okay.
this time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Akna, Tohil, and Akna's like still like openly weeping, but I think Huracan like nudges both of them, and they come up and they go around him, and they like like go like this. Obviously Akna doesn't, but she produces flame. They all produce flame, and then they like together kind of ritually burn her. And then this is kind of what they do with their own people. So he burns.
This is just such a sad episode.
I know.
And then I would like to just try and keep moving forward.
I would like to send my
That is-
army of pteranodons ahead of us.
What we must do.
I mean, the thing is, you guys just you keep going. You make your way to the final cistern, and there's nothing in there, and it's the one you're looking for, and it's right above the baths.
Okay, so we just get there then.
Yeah.
Like we don't have to move
Yeah.
No.
again.
No.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So
I think this might be a good place to end.
I think it is, right? Like
Yeah.
we get to that cistern. Honestly, I don't even think we do, right? Like we don't even see that part of it. You guys just walk off into the corridor, and then the last thing we see is Sunum's body burning in the sewer. All right, well, that's Terra Nullius, episode 43, one of the most intense episodes we've ever had, and guys, it's only gonna get more intense
Been
from
waiting
here.
for this episode for so long,
Gosh.
and now it's not even relevant anymore.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so
now Toity's going to be in deep depression, and he's useless because
so
he's
this
a
is
level
this is the thing we're gonna
1
have to discuss briefly. Seth, do you want to keep playing Toity?
I don't know. I really don't.
Right? Yeah. Cause I could see it either way, right? Like either way. Okay. So there's a couple of things we can do here, right?
We've got 3 weeks to figure out all
Right.
this.
But just as a brief conversation, we either can have Toity tag along as his 1 level of bard, 2 levels of fighter, right? And he's just the 3rd level character who's just in deep depression being dragged along by the rest of the people. That doesn't sound terribly interesting to me, and it sounds like you're just gonna die horribly.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially when the cleric is saying they're not gonna heal you.
Exactly, right? 2, Toity stays here. Or like just goes somewhere else or something, right? Like he leaves in some way, shape, or form, at least like temporarily, while you guys go through this whole situation. Or there's 2 more options. Or so that the second option I just mentioned would mean you play a new character for some reason. I mean, we'd have to figure that out exactly, right?
I had know exactly how.
Yeah,
but
well,
keep going.
lastly, we could have a conversation about a way that Toity might change.
I'm game for that.
Right? That he doesn't go into a deep depression here. Or maybe he does, but like he channels that into some other facet of his emotion rather than like sadness. And we respect Toity as something that would be believable for him to turn into now that he's lost his magic, but still be like a 10th level character, right? Whereas, B 3B, maybe you get in touch with some other magical power that is around. I don't know. Like
I have an idea.
Yeah.
I don't know how we could BS this way in, but I have an idea.
Yeah.
Toity is currently just incapacitated the way I see it. He's literally just like, he just had this drain. He needs to recover.
Right.
He needs to like just sit out for a little bit. So
Right.
I don't know how we could BS this way our way into this, but I do always have Adeline that could come in for like a bit.
Yeah, I get that, but knowing what I know about the current situation with Akashi and them,
Okay, it
in the
wouldn't work.
island, it just doesn't make any sense for Adeline to
Okay.
randomly show up. Because things went well for them last time. Like if things had gone horribly wrong and some of them had died and like you guys hadn't stopped the flesh stuff, then that's a whole nother thing. Adeline could have just randomly shown up. That totally could have been a thing that happened. But Adeline is all good right now. Like they're doing stuff on the island and they're keeping Navarro's expedition safe. So
Wasn't sure about that.
yeah. You could always play a new character. Issue is, yeah, Jordan, do you have a thought?
Check Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Why are we keeping secrets from each other still?
Oh, that's a. I don't know why. I don't know that's a. I don't know why that was a secret. I like that idea.
You should just say that out loud, Darius.
Okay,
Or-
so what if Darius sent Toity to where Darius was, where in like Shibalba's plane of existence, and Toity spends time there training and recovering, and then he comes back later.
I'm the game for that.
Yeah, I mean, because that could be an easy way for Darius to, like,
Oh my gosh, Ari is training Miggy, and then Darius is like,
well, so the issue is, right, like, so the issue is either we, send Toity off to Shibalba's, the caretaker's plane, and he's, like, training there during the rest of this palace thing, right? Issue is we still, I mean, I don't want Seth to just like have to like sit out the whole time. I mean, you could also just play one of the MP. You could play Miggy, like you could right, like any of those are options.
No.
No.
I get it.
No.
Right, I'm just saying,
Play
like, technically those are options. You could play one of the Genasi. You could maybe. No, that doesn't make any sense.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
What about a sneaky snag?
See, that was my thought.
That was my original intention, actually, of
Yeah.
becoming a snake, going to a snake person, and Toity leaving you guys.
There are two issues with that. One, the only person I could feasibly think that you could play in this instance is the Sewerman, Paxweedle. He's technically a magic user, but I don't think he would randomly join you guys. Doesn't seem like the way that would go. Two, I very doubt Raya would want him to come along.
I have an idea. What if we just said like someone contacted the people back at the headquarters, like, hey, can you we need you to send us someone kind of just to take Toity's place for a little bit.
The issue is the time frame on this just doesn't work. Like you guys have to go, and there isn't no time to get you anyone here. If they could have gotten you someone here that quickly, then you guys could have gotten here that quickly, right? Like
okay, that's true.
I have
Took us 2 days to get here.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I meant literally using magic to teleport them, and they can only do it to us because they literally have us here as a conduit of sorts.
Possibly, but then we come up with the other issue, and that's in randomly introducing a new character at the latter half of the season doesn't sound.
There's not an easy way to do this.
There really isn't.
I mean,
yeah.
there is also the possibility of, I don't know where the other expedition with Cebu is at, with Cebu and Miguel. I don't know where they're at right now, Caleb, but you do. Is it possible maybe someone came from there? Maybe even someone that kind of snuck off and just wanted to explore for themselves.
Someone with a message for some people.
Okay. I have a thought about that. So it could be very reasonable that in the beginning of the next session. So it's maybe accelerating the timeline just a little bit, but it might be. And I don't want to say that out loud because it's gonna ruin something.
Keep your secrets, please.
Let's keep secrets for now. Let's. I think we've reached.
Right.
I think we've reached the end of this thought conversation right now. I have a thing I want to talk to you about, Seth, that might be possible, but I'm just going to talk to you about it because I don't want to
that's fine.
ruin it for the grand party. Okay, I have some things to think about. Obviously, we have 3 weeks to do so. Let's do goals. Let's give you guys some XP.
I failed 2 of them.
You really did. You really, really did. Okay. Everybody level 10 that a thing?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I?
Wait.
Does he get level 10 XP?
Yeah, we'll give him a level 10 XP right now. That'll be fine.
Because then he'll just level
Yeah.
up to level 5 right now.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Toity's just gonna go away for a little bit and come back with levels. Well, we figure out what.
That's a good plan. I like that plan. The issue is just figuring out what's happening in the meantime. So, okay.
It
Character
also allows you to
goals.
respec because you never
Exactly.
know what you're gonna get.
Toity,
Caretaker's
you
plan is like a
certainly
box of
worked on
chocolates.
making a name for yourself on the mainland. Maybe not in the
Yes.
right way,
Yeah.
but definitely people know about you a bit more now.
Worked on.
Yeah.
Okay. As for keeping my transformation a secret, is now a fail. As for making sure Nahuatl isn't the new god of death, that is also a fail. That was Nukdiwu.
Yep. So, you worked on 2. The party goal and make a name for myself on the mainland.
So, well, is there an
Wait.
explanation for not making her a new god of death?
Balam asked him not to. Balam was
I
like,
was gonna say that explains it in the miniseries, but okay, that works. Because Balam
Oh.
wanted to be the new god of death.
no,
Not exactly.
Balam can't be the new god of death. He's destined to only be a servant to the god of death. He just wanted to make sure that the god of death was probably Toity. Honestly, like that probably would have been the trajectory that Balam would have gone for. But he certainly did not want Nahuatl to be the god of death because there's no way he would be able to get back into power that way. So, yeah. Toity, you get 2,400 XP.
If it matters anyway.
Nice.
It will. I mean, you're not going to change levels randomly.
Oh, I know, but like when I come back, everyone else is level 11.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, fair.
We'll see.
Yeah. Raya?
Protect the party.
You certainly did that today.
I feel like I protected them from an imposing danger.
I think you did.
Drug orb stuff. I failed at it, but I tried.
You tried, yeah.
And then worked on finding Nahuatl.
Yes. Yes, indeed. So, you get 4,300 XP.
Okay.
Ari?
I worked on getting out of my contract with Lord Navarro and surviving the mission. I did not have a chance to train Nikki today.
Yes, true. True dat. Okay. So,
Wow, the irony of me choosing protect the party.
I know, seriously. Yeah.
Time.
You get 3,600, Ari.
I just love that Darius's goal and Toity's goal were literally opposites.
Yeah.
No, they weren't. Mine was rescue Nahuatl.
It's true. They were definitely
we
at cross
could've done both.
purposes, but not completely. Yeah, so Darius,
Blood didn't happen.
Yep.
Rescue Nahuatl.
working on it.
No, not really. Defeat Arendira. Nah. So Darius got 0 XP.
No, you worked on rescue Nahuatl and the party goal. 2,400.
Hi. Hey, Seth. We both got the same.
Yay!
It literally gives me so much anxiety that like I can't like bump up my hit points to maximum or like my spell slots to the next thing that I just had to keep writing it out. It's just over.
Yep. You guys are going to use every single bit of resources you have by the end of this. It's going to be awesome. Miggy tried to prove himself to the party, failed.
Oh my gosh.
But he
Real
didn't work
fail.
on his other goals, so he also gets 2,400. Oh boy. That was intense. Well, I killed off one member of your party today. That happened.
And neutered another
It
one.
wasn't-
And yeah.
I'm like, what happened? And like, oh, right.
Yep. Cool. Wait, 2,400. Okay.
But we literally like moved no spaces today. Like we just weren't coming.
It was 2 combats.
So many.
Pretty good. Pretty good
so
stuff.
much stuff though.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool threads that I managed to tie together with some cool stuff today because of some awesome rolls. Like that, man, his crit fail on that wisdom save was what started all of this. If he had just failed by like a marginal amount, it would have been like, oh man, I can't attack this round. But he crit failed, so he went into a coma. Yep. All right, well.
All the good characters.
I'm still curious what the third option you mentioned in that message would have been.
Oh, I mean, he would have become some sort of like half demon, half fae thing.
Like, immediately?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been bad.
Yeah, he would have basically become Balaam's servant, and then like, yeah, it would have been great.
So, Caleb, the transformation thing I was talking about.
Yes.
How bad would that have been? Would that have been a bad thing?
It would have been very difficult to do.
I mean, assuming I did it.
I mean, it would have been cool. You probably would have got a power up, but like, the what you chose to do was a much better like idea, and it made more sense.
Eventually.
Yeah, and that would be cool. It's just like we had so much foreshadowing for that moment. It was a great, awesome moment to have the transcendence thing. Like it's like, oh yeah, I know this. Darius this is his thing. Let's do it. Yeah, so it was cool. Cool. Any other last thoughts, comments, laments?
Sorry, Seth.
I knew as soon as Caleb sent me that message, Toity was dead.
So what the message I sent him that started all this off was when the combat started with Sinum like, freaking out, I had Balaam whisper to him, I need to borrow these for a second. And that was the things he had charmed, like the Spine Devils.
And Toity's like, wait, what? Like he's like, oh, it's a transformation. I'm like, for who?
Yep.
Toity did that because he would not. He was like, I'm not going to do this. Like, no, these are my friends. I'm not going to let Balaam just.
I'm glad that you decided to do that with Toity. That he didn't go bad. That he stuck to his guns, because I feel like that's been foreshadowed since the first episode.
Yeah, that's what Toity has been doing.
Yep.
Like honestly, had Balaam done it a different way, he'd been fine with it. Toity has actually been very fine with like just taking out random people and not caring about it. Partially because he can't talk to them anymore because he hasn't had tongues for a few levels.
So yeah, the cool thing about like, and if you guys ever watch the Descent into Darkness stuff, you'll see like any of the things that I did with Balaam, because of the lack of information that Toity had about like who Balaam was, who the Hellcats were, what their point, what their ideas were. I managed to subtly maneuver Toity into a compromising position where he thought he was doing the right thing by allying himself with creatures that obviously knew what they were doing and could make a better future for the people on the mainland.
Because no one else really knew what they were doing.
Because no one knew what they were doing. And these people came up to him. He's like, guys, he's like, Toity, we got this handled. Just help us and we'll make everything right. And Toity's like, awesome, cool. I can work with that. The issue was Balaam found a golden opportunity. He was like, Sinum, this thing is happening right now because if I make this work, then I win. Like, I just win the game right now. And he took that chance, and unfortunately, Toity, it was a push too far in one direction for Toity, and Toity was like, wait a second. No, you're evil. This is wrong. And it was so cool to watch. It was awesome.
I was sitting here, I was shaking. I'm like, Toity's gonna die.
So,
like, oh my gosh.
I would like to point out, Toity one shot. And all leading up to this point, and now Toity's like done this big thing and he's made a sacrifice and he's still alive and there might be a future for him. Darius one shot, dies, fails completely, only comes back by the grace of the DM.
It's true. Granted, Seth was not dead when he was doing his one shots. So
yeah.
Toity, well, that's fair.
Yeah.
We didn't know about that.
He might have been dead inside a little bit.
Yeah.
This makes me just feel a little less bad about the fact that we've had these sessions where you haven't really been doing anything.
This is exactly why I have it, because I'm like, no, I'm having my moments on Wednesdays with Caleb. I don't need to be taking over more. That's why I'm getting experience.
So that's like, I knew stuff was going on.
And
there's a
I
reason.
didn't know what it was.
The issue was too, right? Like any of the things that Toity would have been doing and like would have been shown on screen, the only things he was up to was stuff with Balaam. And so we did all of that behind closed doors. And so there was nothing for him to do. He didn't have any other plans or goals. It was just like do the secret things. So
and that's why I got experience when I did nothing.
I know, because I was like,
because he did them all on Wednesday.
I thought he just made secret rolls or something like that.
I did today. He did make a couple secret rolls today. I did make one roll today because I'm like, He's like, roll a charisma check. I'm like, I'm not doing this on roll 20. I'll roll it on hand.
Yeah, he had to persuade Balam not to kill his friends, and he did.
Yep.
He just persuaded them. He was just like, all right, that's fine. Like, you keep your cover intact. We'll just kill the Genasi off, and then it will be fine.
I was like, that's not good enough.
Because then, your mission will be destined to fail because you'll have less people, and it'll be great. It'll be fine. Yep. Good stuff, guys. And what's awesome is you guys haven't even scratched the surface of all the weird secret things that are happening in this campaign. So I can't wait for more to happen. Thing is, Seth isn't in on the rest of it.
Nope, I have no clue what the rest of the things you're talking about are.
That's comforting to me.
At least you all are on the same side again.
Are we?
Well, no,
Well,
like
as in
players. As in players. Right? That's what I meant.
Are we?
As far as characters go, Ari's like, wow, I told you literally not to do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I didn't think I was.
Yeah. Toity didn't think he was doing anything wrong. Yeah.
They
All right.
didn't tell us though.
Because Raya kept secrets too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so did Darius originally, but
Oh yeah, but that was definitely the thing that Knock Knight was mentioning to Darius when he showed up, and he was just like, "Your friends are keeping secrets from you. Thought you should know that." He was referencing Toity.
So I was going once we got to the castle, I was going to try to cast a castle-wide zone of truth.
A castle-wide zone of truth.
Right, to like I mean, there's still more like secret things that might be happening like among the UNT. It was just like he's like, everyone's telling lies, them up there, and then even in your own party. Ha 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 ha. So, but yeah, I mean, that's what you get from random rolls. Weird, awesome things. So all right, so that is it from us here on Terra Nullius. We will not be back next week, and we will not be back the week after that. We will only be back in 3 weeks with episode 44 of Terra Nullius, because I am going on vacation. I'm going to Washington State and then to Idaho to visit these nerds. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be great, but we will not be streaming Terra Nullius because I'm not going to be here with my streaming setup. So, yeah. I'm excited. I'll have a lot of time to think over like next things and figure out what's going on with Arendir's Palace. I've mostly mapped out Arendir's Palace. I have a good idea of what's going on. But guys, good luck, because it's only gonna get harder from here. Like
harder than that combat.
Well, but that's the thing. Other DMs would have not let Darius make a bullcrap roll to like disappear them all, right? Like. And so that's what I throw really difficult encounters, but I constantly give you guys opportunities because of the weird extra things your characters can do to like negate those encounters. And more often than not, those things have come up, and it's been really cool. So I'm looking forward to
still
more.
has his magic.
Caleb, as long as you keep giving us at least some thread of hope, keep throwing the deadly encounters at us. It's just that, like...
Why would you say that, Jordan?
Because he's not going to stop.
Yeah, because I'm not going to stop either way, so...
It doesn't matter.
We should end so we can talk about other things for stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's it. That's it from us here at Terra Nullius. And we'll be back in 3 weeks with Terra Nullius, episode 44. I'm excited. I'm so excited. We're done. Adios.
Next week is the 4-part series.